Welcome to the Sidebar Cantina, the podcast where we talk about Star Wars, pop culture, cult classic comedy movies, or whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. I'm Mr. Jason Roscom. With me here each and every single week, the Darth Vader to my Palpatine, Dave Martin. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Jason.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am fantastic, and we're not alone here in the stream this evening.
Are we being spied upon?
I'm just in the corner.
We've been infiltrated. 1/3 of the Escape Pod has joined us here live on the show. Our good friend, Brady Big Lovin. Welcome, Brady.
What's up, everybody? Hey, how's it going, gentlemen?
Good to have you here. And gentlemen, what are we talking about this evening?
Well, I don't know. What are we talking about today? I don't know.
I feel like I'm stepping on dicks here when I say, because like I'm on your show. That's what you like. That's the lead in for you. Like normally that's my lead in. I'm like, whoa. Well, I can't say normally because we haven't done a show like in a month and a half, but I feel like it's still there.
Yeah.
So
we're doing Super Troopers.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're doing Super Troopers today. And ironically, like Jason has seen this movie once.
Yes, one time. Less than 24 hours ago.
Right. And he's so honest. This is one of those rare occasions where you're leaving the insane asylum to be run by the fucking inmates because he has no notes. So Brady, he's going to leave it to Brady and I to fucking try and keep our shit to keep the shit together. So
worst idea ever.
Yeah.
I figured, fuck it. We'll see what happens. I mean, what could go wrong?
This is not good. This is Mac and the new guy in charge of the station. Not a good idea.
Yeah, but Brady, when you caught wind of the fact that we were considering doing Super Troopers, you were all over it, and you're like, "Yes, put me in, coach."
Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys pick up on this. I feel like there's this weird military thing with that movie. It's not about the military. It's about, highway patrol, stoner, alcohol, fun, yay. But for some reason, and then when you gave me the notes, you're like TDY movies. I'm like, this is like almost like an epitome of a TDY movie. I don't mean to get ahead, but like
you're getting ahead.
Yeah, I'll stop.
It's all right. We'll get there. But yes, you were very, very excited at the prospect of coming on to talk about this show. So that's why you were here. I felt it was
appropriate that I should be a part of this.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we haven't had you on in forever.
No. Yeah, it's been a while. And normally you got one or two of those other fucking escape pod guys with you.
Those fucking guys. One of them's been putting my ass to work, dude.
Oh, I noticed that.
That's why it was such a, getting over here. Like, I didn't get to check in, do the sound check and all that till real late because it was sad at the same. I had to help tear down Starkiller Studios. So I was over there helping dismantle, sawzall, cut stuff up, unbolt shit, disconnect power, take down doors and walls. Like, it was bittersweet, bro.
Well,
so doing all that, and then I was like, I gotta get over here to do this. It kind of made me run late. So, but here.
Well, can we do breaking news that Sandcrawler Studios will be reassembled?
No, part of it, it's like L3. A part of L3 will now be a part of the new studio.
Okay.
So there's going to be the door, I think, is going to be one of the main things because Don was very adamant about the door because we had our electronic keypad. So we were very space age with that, very Star Wars.
Nice.
So, and that shit was a lot of fucking money because we bought that wood in the pandemic, man.
Yeah, and I guess since we're talking about it, do we have a tentative return date for the Escape Pod?
I think we're all going to be cruising solo, but we're getting together on Wednesdays. We're coming back this Wednesday.
Okay.
Everything's happening this Wednesday, but whether or not the studio's going to be there, it might just be remote for everybody until the studio's up and running. I don't know because Don's got a lot of shit going on with moving in the house and all that fun jazz. So. You know,
Yeah.
I don't
Well-
want to speak too much into it.
Well, it's good to see you, regardless.
Yes, and I'm
And
sure
it'll
the
Well, it's good to
masses,
see you guys.
Yeah, the masses are happy to see your bright, beautiful face. So
Yeah, it is kind of sexy. And dude, all right, now you get to enjoy this. Do your thing for a while. Like, let the beard grow. Enjoy that for a few years, right?
Mhm.
But then allow somebody to trim it, and it is the most glorious thing ever.
if someone else trims it.
Yes, dude, like my wife hasn't even trimmed my beard. And we went on our
Right.
cruise recently, and I had somebody like sculpt and manicure this monstrosity other than me, and that's never happened.
Mhm.
And it felt amazing. I say if you grow a beard, treat yourself to that at least one time.
See, I've already had to trim it once because like last weekend, it was getting pretty bushy, and Kristen
Yeah.
looks over at me and she's like, "What's going on here? What is all this?" And I'm like, "All right, I guess I'll go trim it." So
Yeah. You gotta give yourself one time where you just let it go.
I can't.
No?
I can't.
You can't
Like,
do
I
it?
can't. I can't get to that point where because it gets long to the point where like I don't have the full facial hair like you guys do. Like mine's way too blotchy on the sides.
Hmm.
Like I could probably grow it here out like King Tut. I could probably grow
Yes.
it, but not on the sides. So and then when it gets a little bit bushier, it bothers the shit out of me. Like how it goes in waves, right? Where
Yeah.
when it's growing out, it just bothers you, and then it kind of that goes away when you get used to a certain length, and if you let it go a little bit longer, you kind of have to go through that process again. I get to a point where it's like I feel the hair on my face. It drives me nuts. I had to go get a haircut today because I was ready to murder somebody. Like my hair was so fucking long. Like when I put my head on the pillow, like as tired as I was, I'm like I can't lay my head on the fucking pillow. It's just ridiculous.
I gotta see Jason. Like Jason's got the solid bone structure and jaw. Like I see it. Like I want to see that.
Stop
Santa.
sucking his dick.
I would
Come
never
on.
No,
do
please
that.
continue, Brady.
Maybe
Please
a little, kinda.
Tell me how good looking I am and
No,
all of the,
I'm
the
just
good things
talking
about
about
me.
the bone structure. Your hands, horrible, ugliest hands I've ever seen.
Got those.
You
Robin
could never be.
Williams
You could
hands
never be a
going.
hand model.
No,
Where's
definitely
that
not.
button to take Brady out of the thing? Here.
What the fuck?
See, Dave's used to everybody sucking his dick all day, so somebody shows me a little bit of love and attention, and he can't handle it.
Well,
'Cause normally
especially
everybody
coming
loves
from
Dave.
me of all people too. Like,
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
enjoy it. Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
go ahead.
Everybody
Enjoy
gets
it.
one. Everybody gets one.
I'll
So
be
should
over.
we-
I'm gonna be over here watching the SpaceX.
No, like
while,
I'm
while
serious.
you guys
like
suck each other off.
getting out of the military, like I feel like you should go through the whole gamut of facial hair. You should try the goatee, the mustache. I mean, well, not maybe the mustache because we all did that at one deployment or another
Oh,
while
yeah,
we were all
definitely.
in.
I've got pictures.
So
yeah.
just do it. Like I did the mutton chops. Like I did the whole fucking thing, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
I-
Well,
fuck it.
you're fortunate to have that lack of like it's just so sparse in the sides here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's going to come up several times today as we talk about like TDY movies and things like that. But Brady, how long have you been out of the military now?
I have been out since after the guard. 2009 is when I was done.
Okay, so you've been out for over 10 now.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, very good.
Yeah.
Cool. So should we progress with the show?
It's your turn. You're up.
All right. Do we want to talk about Patreon?
You talking about Patreon.
All
Jason.
right. Well, we would love to give a huge shout out to all of our current patrons: Shotgun Mark, Frank Kalevich, Frederick Martin, Lord Helmetfire, Scott and Kim from the Use and Abuse podcast, Ivo G, Kristen Roscom, Nick from Swede Studios, Catherine Rennick, my wonderful mother-in-law Patricia Goodstein, Don Solsky, Nicholas Schaefer, David Schmuck, Wally Frogmore, Tony Ferrari, Brady Big Lovin',
Well,
That's me.
Hey
and
now.
Dragon Buddy. We appreciate
Woo.
each and every one of you. If you'd like to be a
Howdy.
supporter, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/the Sidebar Cantina. Thank you again to all of our listeners and supporters. You are the reason why we do
No,
this.
fuck. I should get some saying those fucking snaps.
Yeah.
Right?
He is a patron, so
you
know.
are. So you should.
You would think like I should like offset, like
Excuse
you
me.
should only be allowed to do it twice a month.
I tell you what, we'll start a poll on Patreon, and we'll see who wants snaps and who doesn't.
Oh.
A poll.
It always sounds so dirty when you say it. No
It
matter
does,
what
right?
it's for.
It's like
So smooth.
I don't. I
Because
don't
he's filthy. Because he says filthy shit, and then he's like, "Now we're gonna talk about the poll." You're like, "You son of a bitch."
Yeah, and yep.
So, Dave, you got anything Red 5 to talk about?
Yes. Red 5 headlines. We want to congratulate After the Weekend, who is celebrating 1 year in podcasting tonight. Congratulations. 1 year.
Excellent.
That's
It's
awesome.
Good. It's a good milestone.
Oh, yeah.
Most
are we at?
podcasts don't make it to 10 episodes, so you're doing well.
Yeah, fucking
Oh,
A.
yeah.
What are we at now?
This is episode 263 that we're doing right now.
Fucking hell.
That's
So, happy anniversary, R2, JT, and Maria. More Red 5 news, including the latest from the 2022 Parsec Fan Awards, coming after the shoe.
Alrighty. So, we had this big D23 thing happen over the weekend. Did everybody at least follow the bullet points of the announcements that happened? And I'm mostly relating to Star Wars. Like, I didn't pay attention to the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I paid attention to both.
Yeah.
Well, you are better men than I, because this weekend I was fully ensconced in college football and the NFL.
That is true.
Schoolwork. So
well, no, not that. That's silly.
yeah, it is. I agree.
That's his
100%.
self-punishment for reasons.
My self-flatulation.
Yep. So, I mean, we had a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff drop. First of all, we got a new final trailer for Andor that had some really interesting additions, and that was we had some clone troopers make an appearance in this. The Revenge of the Sith style clone troopers, and we don't really know what their role is in this whole thing, but I'm super interested to see where they're going with this, because it seemed like that happens during the time when Andor is an adult, which is, 5 years before New Hope. So we're talking over 10 years after the end of Revenge of the Sith. We still got clone troopers around, so I'm like really curious to see what the hell's going to happen with that. But
it could just be a flashback.
That could be, it very well could be, or it could be when he's a kid, some shit going down. Yeah. But at least the trailer kind of insinuated it happened when he was an adult. So
I tell you what, man, just watching what they've done, 2 trailers or like 2.5, I don't know, so whatever they've done, there is definitely a different tone with this Star Wars show than anything that they've released on Disney Plus so far.
Yeah.
Like, you can generally like watch it, hear it, listen to it. You're like, this is all different than everything else I've been doing.
I would agree. I think Andor, as much as, again, I hate Inigo Montoya as the character, because you were just talking about, you can't tell, is it like, oh, is this younger? Is he an adult? Like, how old is he? Well, you don't know, because he doesn't. Anyway, but I think the production value and it's happening with the tone of this is going to make it watchable.
Yeah,
and I think the story is going to be really, really good.
Yeah, and it seems like he is not the 100% primary focus either. Like, they're focusing a lot on Mon Mothma and this other dude that recruits him. So there's other characters interwoven in this whole story.
Yeah, and he's even said that in interviews. Like, this isn't. He's like, he kind of wishes it wasn't called Andor, because it's not really about him. It's about this whole republic and the building of, the rebels and shit like that. So
it's like the movie Solo, do you really call it the movie Solo when there's so much else going on? Anyway.
So, then we had a teaser trailer for Mando Season 3, which was fucking awesome. Dave, did you not see that?
I saw it. I saw it
good,
today. Good. Yeah. It was fucking, it was badass.
Yeah.
I watched it on my 35-inch curved screen of Justice, sitting here when I should have been doing homework. And hello?
Okay.
What
Did you hear that?
You're not smelling colors right now, are you?
No, the snozberries taste like snozberries.
You're safe. You're good then.
No, I heard voices. Anyway, yeah.
Mando trailer.
Mando trailer. Hey, here we are.
Squirrel.
It was fucking great. I'm fucking stoked. I really am. I think the fuck, I had something for this, and the voices
And then you
in
heard
my
voices.
voices in my head completely threw me off, and I'm fucked now. So
As they do. At
Yeah.
least they're talking to you this time.
yeah,
Brady, while he tries to compose himself, any thoughts on the Mando trailer?
fuck.
It looks like we're into a whole new story, a whole new chapter. Kind of feel like looks like the whole hunting down Grogu and him saving Grogu thing is over, and we're on to a new story. So I'm into that. Bo-Katan from other previous Star Wars material, so I'm all about the connection. So show me more of that. And I never was a Mandalorian person, so the more they give me of the Mandalorian culture and shit, the more I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I dig this.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to get to in my stupid brain. The shots of going back to Bo-Katan sitting, like you had this real image of the shots that you saw in the Clone Wars and Rebels, like what you saw in the animation and you saw in the series. Now suddenly it's going to be real, and some of the shots with where Maul and where they had the fight,
the palace on Mandalore.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it just that right there, I was like, holy shit, this is going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm super excited.
Yep.
But
now the issue that I have with this is that at the end it's just like streaming in 2023 with no real release date, because initially I think we'd been told February, but now that we know that Bad Batch is slipped to January and all this other stuff is slipping, that they may press Mandalorian, since they're not giving it a solid release date. So hopefully it's not too much of a slip.
Here's my thoughts kind of on that with the whole like I really don't want my Star Wars stories to overlap, because then I'll feel like it's too much.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna give me this Star Wars show and let it run its course, and then maybe a week after this next Star Wars show starts, and I can kind of go from one thing to the next thing to the next thing, I'm really not gonna care when the Mandalorian comes out to a degree. Sure. Like, don't give me the end of 2023. That's ridiculous.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm getting my Star Wars content, which as the Star Wars fan I personally am, just as long as you're giving it to me, I'm going to keep digesting it and bringing it in and finding what I like and don't like, and then go to the next thing, and then go to the next. Oh, and then this connects to that. Cool. I'm going to go to the next thing. That's where I am personally.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, especially at this point in our lives. It feels like I don't have enough time in the day for multiple Star Wars series going on simultaneously. I'd love it if I just had one thing I had to focus on at a time.
Right?
Yeah.
So, now that being said, we also got the Tales of the Jedi trailer, which looked pretty sweet.
Yeah. I again, for the people that haven't watched or haven't read the books for some of these things, I feel like it's pulling stories directly from the books.
Yeah, especially like the Dooku stuff.
Yeah.
Because we did the Dooku Jedi Lost book and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels like this is in that same time frame, if not pulling similar stories.
Yeah.
Did you guys? Sorry to sidebar on your own fucking sidebar show.
That's what we do here, man. It's our thing.
Did you guys ever get into Master and Apprentice?
Yeah,
I never
read Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi. I really think you're missing out on that one, Jason. I really think you would enjoy. There is a character in there. What is his name? Val
Kilmer.
No.
I know who you're talking
Dave,
about.
You know who I'm. The kind of like sexy Jedi, if you will. Like,
right. He's the Brady Jedi.
Like I really like that character alone. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna keep paying attention to this.
He's like Brady. Picture Brady, right? But with like a more Jimmy Buffett vibe. Like, you know what? This, I'm going to do this thing because I kind of like the tail on this planet. So I'm going to go ahead and be the protector of this planet because I enjoy the
he's
tail.
gonna protect the planet.
Yeah.
I'm
with
not
his
even upset
lightsaber.
about that. Yes,
No.
go with that, Dave. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it was a good book.
No, but
I enjoyed
yeah,
it. Do I have that?
I don't know why I was pulling from what you were talking about, but to get into that, I really think could be one of your. Well, you don't commute as far with your new civilian ass job, so
Yeah.
I was gonna say it could be something you listen to in the morning, but maybe with your new workout plan, it's something you could listen to. I don't know, man, but I really think you would enjoy it.
I thought you did.
It is one of the better things that they have put out with the whole new Disney books and shit. Like, it's really good.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Then,
it really is
all
good,
right.
man.
It's past the big Lovin test. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's on the shelf.
The
sacred Jedi text.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
pretty sure
Sacred
it's there.
text. Okay. I'll have to look, but yeah, no, I remember we talked about it for the longest time. Master and Commander, right? We talked about
exactly.
reading Master and Commander,
Yeah,
and we never really got, or at least I never got around to it.
Yeah.
So
I know I
like you do. Wait, reading?
read.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
it's tough. Is there an audiobook? That's what I
Exactly.
figure out. So anyway, Tales of the Jedi, the Clone Wars animation style, really good looking, and it's dropping on October 26th. So there probably is going to be some overlap with Andor at this point. If Andor is as long as they say it is, then there might be a little bit of overlap.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So smooth.
And then the last thing that I have is they finally gave the Bad Batch Season 2 an actual release date, which is in January. So we kind of figured it was going to slip a little bit again because of all of the other stuff going on. Dave, shut your whore mouth. I like the Bad Batch, and I can't wait to see Season 2. So
Yeah,
go fuck
I'm
yourself.
down for it, dude. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Especially,
It made,
I like that it's exploring an era that we don't know shit about.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's exactly why I like it. Like, I want to see what the fuck happens to the clones after. So.
Yeah.
They fucked up. They fucked up right in the beginning by not taming Rambo's hair and taking the fucking bandana out of his head.
Dude, you gotta let that go, man.
No, I can't. I can't fucking do it. I can't fucking do it.
I need to get that fucking drop on the soundboard. Let it go, let it go.
Nope. I'll shove that straight up your ass sideways.
Oh,
Which means I'm definitely gonna make that drop. So,
you have to.
all right, are we ready to talk about our weeks?
Yes.
All right. Well, I will get us started. So, I completely forgot that Cobra Kai season 5 was dropping last week. I was trying to curb my expectations. I'm sitting here thinking thoroughly enjoyed the first 4 seasons, thinking there's no way they can keep this fucking quality writing up, these good performances and everything else for a 5th season. So I lowered my expectations for season 5. And like, I wasn't even paying that much attention to all the hype and the trailers and everything. And then finally I realized, like, I'm out at the fucking grocery store on Friday and I saw somebody posted in Facebook that it dropped. I think it was Dragon Buddy posted in our private Facebook group that Cobra Kai had dropped. I'm like, fuck, that's right. That was today. So I get home and I watched it in one sitting because it was that
my
fucking
God,
good. So yeah,
dude.
I watched 10 episodes basically in one sitting. I got up to use the bathroom and stuff, but yeah, I watched the whole season in one day.
Jesus.
And
Just sitting there in a fucking diaper.
and it
Oh,
was
this season's awesome.
it was fucking great. It was fucking great. As always, like, these writers continue to amaze me and just put out good, fun, quality content. And I can't recommend Cobra Kai season 5 enough.
Yeah,
So
good for you.
yeah. And now I'm sad because I have to wait a year before I get to watch the next season.
Well, it's your own stupid fault for sitting there and watching them all at one time.
I can't help it. It's Netflix's fault for fucking dropping the shit.
I would agree. It is Netflix's fault.
Yeah. And don't worry, Big Sweet, I won't drop any spoilers. But they did kill Daniel LaRusso, so sad face.
Yes, dude, a Terminator came from 84.
I know, yeah. He came back and killed him, and anyway, stopping the Next Generation. All right, so besides that, I have a ton of new figures to add to
The sacred Jedi.
but
I'm so glad I'm here for this.
I don't want to unveil any of them because
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, Okay. All right. I'll unveil one, but I want Dave to be here to like touch them and hold them. So
You
Look, I
sick bastard.
I think we have with a guest. I think you should,
I should
think
drop
you
all
should-
5 because I
Yeah.
have
Oh
5 right
shit!
now.
There's 5.
Yeah, they've been building up for a while, and then
I think you should drop them.
all right, fine. So first of all, Kristen is partially to blame for this because now she's kind of encouraging my bad habits. She created, by the way, this is for anybody out there that is even thinking about collecting Black Series figures. She made this bomb ass spreadsheet based off of a website that lists every single Black Series figure, which there's over like 600 now, by the way, for the people counting at home. And she went into this fucking website and she fucking extracted all this data and she made this fucking sweet ass spreadsheet in Google Sheets that you can fucking like, there's all kinds of categories, like all the different versions of each figure and whether they're exclusive to a certain website or store and all this good shit. And you can mark off whether you own it loose or in package, and just good shit. So well done, Kristen. And so now I'm going to start using that to
Damn.
track my Black Series. And also, she sent me a text a few nights ago. She's like, hey, this one Black Series figure is on sale on Amazon right now. It's like $10. I'm like, fuck. All right, what is it? And it was... Chirrut Imwe. So, Chirrut Imwe from Rogue One was on sale for like $10 on Amazon a couple nights ago. So I'm put it in my cart, and I'm like, well, I don't have any other Rogue One Black Series figures. And, obviously he's part of a duo. You can't get Chirrut without also getting Baze Malbus. So,
I mean,
picked
it's
up-
true. Makes
Yes.
complete sense to me.
Yeah, who was
Yeah,
like $20
obviously.
on Amazon. And so I'm like, all right, well, I got to get them both. And I'm sure that was fucking part of Amazon's plan, too. They're like, all right, we'll put one of these fuckers
Yeah.
on sale for cheap, and then everybody else is going to want to get the other one as well. So
Right.
there you go.
And you put a link to it right underneath.
Yeah,
like
oh yeah,
you do.
oh yeah, yep. So you may also be interested in this. So now I
Right.
have
Or
Baze,
most
Baze
people
and
have
Chirrut.
bought these two together.
Right, exactly.
So well done, Amazon. So I got those two to add to
The
the.
sacred Jedi.
Bear with
It's the
me.
best.
I,
It's the best.
I know it's coming, and I still
And
so ridiculous.
I bought this one like 2 or 3 weeks ago because I was like starting to think like, okay, what's the next Black Series figure I'm gonna buy to unveil on the show? I'm like, ooh, this one's badass. And then we had to like skip a show, and then we had to do a remote, so I didn't unveil it. But since you guys insist, I'm gonna show you this Boba Fett in some prototype armor.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Is that the Titanium series one?
No, this is like an original. Like, see, it's
Oh,
in
that's
the
the black-
original.
That's
The original
fucking-
packaging. So yeah, this is Boba Fett in they call it prototype armor. So,
That's
fucking-
badass.
I have
Yeah.
the Funko version of that. That's fucking sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's badass.
Have you seen the old black and white video where they're showing you the costume and his cape is literally an old Star Wars fucking beach towel?
I
Yeah.
think I have seen that. Yeah.
It's in. Oh, what? It was in one of the videos. Fact is, I think it's in that Boba Fett documentary.
Yeah,
on
a
Disney
good portion
Plus.
of it isn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're showing how all the weapons and what all the different weapons do and the gadgets, and it's so. I'm a nerd for all the gadget doohickeys and whatnots
Yeah.
for all. I think that shit's cool.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
So something that I've been adding to the sacred
The sacred Jedi.
over the last couple of months are pieces of the Bad Batch. So I've got Omega, and I've got Rekka and Tech, Echo. So I got all these guys, but I was missing 2 very important ones: Hunter and the original version of Crosshair, because they were both stupidly expensive. Well, one day I got a little extra money, went onto eBay, and
Hell yeah.
the Bad Batch is now complete, as I now have Hunter. Complete with Rambo makeup for you, Dave. And
Put the fucking helmet on.
the original Crosshair.
Nice.
You know, so
And-
you've got to be excited that the season 2 they have different colors on their uniforms, so you know they're going to make different Black Series.
I don't know if excited is the word I would use, but now I'm looking at my money going, fuck. And again, over 600 figures that they've made now. So I'm just like, damn it. I'm going to have to buy like three figures a week for like the next 10 years to catch
I
up.
still think you need to look at the value of the one I got you the one time we came down there, because I got you the Star Wars Toys R Us hover tank exclusive, or hover tank command. You can only get at Toys R Us.
Right.
And it's somewhere on that back wall.
Which doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, Toys R Us doesn't exist, so you can't get that shit no more.
Well, yeah, not in it's coming back, but it's not the same.
Yeah, you can kind of see him. He's in the top row, second from the end.
It's not going to have that Toys
guy.
R Us exclusive sticker. I promise you that.
Yeah, that guy right there. So, yeah. But yeah, so that is the Sacred Black series. I've added 5 new ones to the collection, so I got to rearrange the fucking wall again because we're running out of space. We're going to have to do another massive overhaul to the studio, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's coming soon, so.
I fucking love it.
What have
I can't. I want to visit again.
Hey man,
yeah,
doors
come
open.
on down.
Yeah, start a new caravan. Pick up Dragon Buddy on your way
I
out.
will. I'll pick up Dragon Buddy and Luna Girl. We'll take over that whole fucking little building. Your little crazy New Jersey fucking buildings you guys have.
Are you talking about my house?
No, your little fucking clubhouse.
Our studio.
The studio.
Your studio.
It's part of my house.
Yeah, but like we hit New Jersey and like I didn't recognize it till I got to your house. I was like, holy fuck, that was in everybody's yard. Everybody had this little, what I thought was like a shed or some shit.
Yeah.
And it was, everybody had these little cool fucking man caves.
Yeah, I don't know how you would even describe this. It's just like a detached room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a shed, but it's bigger and.
Well, I think that their original description was the kill room, and that was.
That's what me and Kristen still call it. Yeah, we call it the kill room.
Oh,
yeah.
So sweet.
Reference to Dexter right there. All right, so that's enough about my week. Dave, what you got?
All right. Well, since you went ahead and showed the Black Series, I'm gonna go ahead and show the pops that I have piling in here.
Wait, you mean the
Sacred Jedi
pops?
Nice. Yes. So first we have this Power of the Galaxy Amazon exclusive of Padme Amidala sporting a little baby bump.
Was that the outfit she was wearing when she told Anakin she was pregnant?
I think so, when he gets off the ship.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
She's got little hands there.
Oh yeah,
Cover
in the belly. The telltale sign.
So, the Black Series has obviously the market cornered on the level of detail that these fucking figures, right? But with the pops, like you look at her face and she has Natalie Portman's like the mole on her cheek there.
Yeah.
Right. Those little details are just so good. So good. Yep. Next, I have myself a Darth Vader
with the red lenses.
Nice.
Yeah, this is Vader from Obi-Wan.
Okay.
It's heavy too. It's like unusually heavy, and I'm not 100% sure why. I have Vader and Obi-Wan.
Fucking sweet.
Nice.
So, yeah, there's more to follow from the pre-orders.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I posted it somewhere in the cantina. Like, yeah, the best thing about pre-ordering this stuff is it just shows up, and it's like Christmas. Like, yay!
Like, oh fuck! I forgot I ordered that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the only thing that sucks is like Amazon hasn't been doing a good job of like keeping the packaging pristine, which kind of pisses
I don't think
me off.
they ever really have.
I've actually been really lucky, but like the Vader's got a dent in it here, and Obi-Wan's got a crease in the box here, and whatever, it is what it is. These guys aren't even valued yet on the Funko app, but
sweet.
They will be. They will be.
So all I have for the pops. It was a good sports weekend to be a Philly fan. I had the Penn State football team wins, so that was awesome. That
blowout victory over the Lions the Eagles had was good.
It was not a
It
blowout.
wasn't a blowout. Let's calm our tits.
That was not a blowout. That was way closer than it needed to be.
3-point victory.
Yeah, it was a win. There's lots to whatever. Look, every game is going to be a fucking just clutch my chest and hope I fucking live through the heart attack that is this season. But at least I'm not a Bills fan. Bills fans have it the worst right now because they actually have expectations.
Oh yeah. I mean, so far so good for them.
Yeah, and the Phillies won too, and Dallas lost their quarterback. So it's like, yes, this like, has there been a better sports weekend? I think not. But that's really, I mean, because of school, that's like the only non-school related thing I've done in my life was watch football over the weekend, or at least have it on where I'm attentive to it. Except for yesterday, I sat for the whole game and just watched the football game. Yeah. But I did also a little while back. I've been on this kick keeping up with NASA. You know, we've been following the Artemis launches or attempts at the launch with the SLS and SpaceX launches and shit like that. And it just I get the ads for the Planetary Society like all the time on Facebook. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. So I became a member of the Planetary Society. So you get this cool little pin you can wear.
What are the benefits of being a member of the Planetary Society?
I don't know, a magazine. There's
you get head in space.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, I would sign up.
Yeah,
I would sign up.
Yeah,
you'd get a monthly membership out of me.
You just got to get to space.
Yeah, that's the trick.
Yes. Yeah. If you get to space, then all the head you want. You just got to get there.
Hey, don't say that because I will make it happen.
Who is this? Who's in this in the Dragon capsule? I don't even fucking know.
Could you imagine there's a fucking line of people standing up. I'm fucking one of them. They're all in the suits. I got the beard and everything. I'm like,
and
you guys here for the head?
Over all of them.
Right? You guys here for the head too?
He's the 0G indicator, right? All of a sudden, like you see the camera shot of the Crew Dragon, and all of a sudden Brady's face just starts floating up. Like, oh, we must be in 0G. He's like, I'm here for the head, motherfuckers.
That'd be the best. I would sign the fuck up.
Yeah. I would pay money. I would pay a lot of money.
Like Armageddon, they're like, no taxes. I'm like, head for life. I am in.
Yep. It's fucking, it's phenomenal.
How did we get talking about that again?
Planetary Society.
Yes, planetary.
But saying that, like today in space news, I was Blue Origin lost one of their space penises in a launch today. They didn't make it through Max Q and crashed. And I think they lost a bunch of it was unmanned. Yeah. So they lost a bunch of science, but yeah, don't shoot big penises into space and suborbital. Like, you don't know what you're doing, fucking Bezos. Stop. Stick to fucking letting me buy anything I ever wanted ever within seconds online.
And then have it like the next day, if not that day.
Right. And then surprise me with it. Because when I forget that I bought it. Yeah. And then SpaceX had they were going to be test firing. It looked like test firing Starship today, but they went through some fucking sequence. It's tough to keep up with all that shit. But yeah, that's it. Pretty fucking boring, to be perfectly honest.
All right, nothing wrong with that. Brady, I don't want you to blow your wad for the escape pod this week, but is there anything you do want to talk about? You've been
No,
up to
if you
lately?
want to watch me blow my wad, you can tune in Wednesday at 7:05 Eastern to ATSW The Escape Pod on YouTube and watch me blow my wad, and I'll talk about all the things.
All right.
Actually, you can watch three dudes all blow their wad. It's going to be a magnificent show because we've been pent up. There's been no show for like a month and a half.
Mm-hmm. Are you
So-
gonna make it for more than an hour, or are you all just gonna be spent after?
Dude, I'm married. I got this. Okay? I mean, don't
Excellent.
touch me. Don't touch me. Give me a few minutes.
Rub
But
your
then I'm
arm
in.
or something like. Whoa.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Yeah. Hey, whoa.
Just
Calm
leave me
down.
alone.
Can I go to the bathroom first? Thank you.
Just give me a minute.
Exactly.
All right. Very good. Well, everybody tune into the escape pod and
7:05 Eastern.
watch them blow their wads.
It's gonna be a
All
good
right.
time. It's gonna
Yes.
be sticky.
Yes. We do a segment on the show called This or That, where our social media director, Lunar Girl, puts up a poll on her Instagram. What is her Instagram, Dave?
You dirty son of a bitch.
Poll
Poll. It's a poll.
Yeah.
at the Sidebar Cantina.
And she gives you two options. You select one of the options, and we go over the results here on the show. Talking about Super Troopers today, so she went with 2001 comedies, and gonna have some interesting things to talk about with this because starting off, we had Evolution versus Freddy Got Fingered.
Freddy Got Fingered for me because
Freddy-
it's the only
yeah,
one
Freddy
of
got-
this.
I did not answer this because I have not seen either movie.
No.
Yes.
I would have thought like Freddy Got Fingered would have been like in your wheelhouse, dude.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't seen at least one of those.
Well,
Right.
and we're going to talk about it when we get into Super Troopers itself. But like my personal life during this time frame, 2001, 2002, fucking utter chaos movies was like one of the last things on the agenda. So we'll get into it. But Evolution won 63% to 37%. 37.
I'm 37?
And on our Twitter, Freddy Got Fingered won 62% to 38%.
I love the dynamic between what happens on Instagram, what happens to Twitter.
Yeah, it seems to always be flipped.
Yeah, there's some social science research project there that
There's a social science with social media, dude. Like with what people fuck with and what they don't fuck with.
yeah.
Age, the person, like there's a whole thing in that.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the way algorithms fucking,
Oh yeah, dude.
manipulate people and all that. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even get me started on that. All right. Next one, we've got Corky Romano versus Joe Dirt.
Dude. It's
Yeah.
not even a question. It's
Not
even
even
a question.
a question.
It's
Joe
Joe
Dirt.
Dirt.
All day.
I did not answer this question because I have not seen either of these
Shut
movies.
the fuck up.
Who the fuck are you? How are we
Shut-
friends? I don't even know you.
Jason,
Man.
jump in front of a fucking truck.
Jesus, man. Seems like he's got his nuts frozen to the deck. You need to get something to peel them off. Whoa, not that.
How have you
got
not
like a
seen Joe
spatula?
Dirt?
I never saw it. It was nothing that ever came. Well, first of all, again, going to the movies in 2001 was
Doesn't
not.
listen. You can't keep reusing this going to the movies bullshit because guess who else wasn't going to the movies? Me. I wasn't
Right.
going to the fucking movies
Uh-huh.
in that time frame. I was
True.
I was in the unit. I was going through fucking retraining between airframes during that time period, and I had two young kids. So don't give me that bullshit. I still managed to fucking see these movies later than the movie theater. So,
I'm
Joe
kind of
Dirt.
disappointed in you.
Joe Dirt, you have to see Joe Dirt.
Yeah, like I want to be back for that show too.
All right, we'll start adding them to the list.
Yeah.
Joe Dirt is a must watch.
And 84% of Instagram agree with you. Joe Dirt won 84 to 16%.
That's bullshit in itself. That should be 100% without a question.
Corky Romano got how many? What percentage?
16%.
16 on Instagram.
That's
Trolls.
bullshit. Yeah,
Trolls.
that's just somebody fucking around.
Well,
Trolls.
it was a little bit higher for Joe Dirt on Twitter, 87% to 13%.
That's
Trolls.
stupid too. Yeah, that's just people being assholes.
Yeah, Corker. That movie was complete and utter trash.
Yeah,
Corker
it
and
was
Mono
not.
over.
It
It
was
was
not good.
All right. The next one, we're talking Jason Biggs movies. American Pie 2 versus Saving Silverman.
Oh, that's so tough.
I went
Well,
with Saving Silverman.
I'm gonna go with Saving Silverman.
I went with American Pie 2 because that's the only one of these two that I've seen. So
I want to be back for Saving Silverman. Fuck you. We're doing it on our show.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
Dragon Buddy, write that down.
Is he your scribe?
Well, him or Luna Girl, I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually I remember really enjoying American Pie 2. I thought it was.
I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm not saying that at all, but I'm going Saving Silverman.
Yeah,
Okay.
Saving Silverman was fucking really funny.
Well,
Yeah.
Instagram agreed with me. 76% went with American Pie to 24% Saving Silverman.
But they were a little conflicted. They were a
Little
little
bit.
conflicted.
It was less conflicted on Twitter. 88% for American Pie 2.
Yeah,
So
That's fine.
That. Now this was a good one. I
I
thought.
like Saving Silverman.
Yeah.
Saving Silverman's fucking great. I love Steve Zahn.
So this one we're
Jack
talking
Black.
parodies. The next one was Not Another Teen Movie versus Scary Movie 2. Now I want to caveat this with I think the first Scary Movie is one of the fucking greatest movies ever made. So throw that out there. Saw that movie a fucking dozen times in theaters, multiple times on video. Fucking loved it.
Right.
And I absolutely love Not Another Teen Movie also. And I picked it for this poll. That movie is fucking great. For any of us that grew up in like the 80s and 90s watching those fucking teen movies, this was spot on with its parody. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah. No,
I
agree.
thought they were fantastic. I went with Not Another Teen. Well, I didn't even vote. I'm gonna let Luna Girl down on this.
See, you could have not said that and nobody would have ever known the difference.
I know, but I'm a truthful soul right here, buddy. Okay,
I don't-
I can't lie to Luna Girl. Of all fucking, I'll lie to you, motherfuckers. I can't lie to Luna Girl.
Yeah.
I honestly I don't remember if I even voted on this one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the second Scary Movie just being okay, but not great. But Not Another Teen Movie was fucking brilliant. Unfortunately,
If you had told me what were you going to vote for, I would have definitely said Scary Movie 2 because I knew your propensity for the first movie.
yeah, love the first one. But yeah, the sequels just got worse and worse. But the Instagrams selected Scary Movie 2, 64% to 36%. But Not Another Teen Movie won on Twitter, 75 to 25.
The real ones.
Yeah.
Twitter is full of Gen Xers.
Yeah, it's got to be. All right, last one. A-list actors made this one epic. We've got Wet Hot American Summer versus Rat Race.
Fucking Rat Race is one of the funniest fucking movies.
It is so underrated too.
Yeah. And Jason, I know you haven't seen it because we went back and forth a little bit, but I am telling you, beratement notwithstanding, like because most people haven't seen this movie.
No,
It
they
is
have.
it is highly
I have
underrated.
the DVD of this shit.
Yeah, same. I was this in 2002. We were I was at 757 maintenance school, right? We were out in Seattle. It was a 3-month school, and we were staying at the like fucking Homewood Suites or whatever the fuck it was. And it was one of the weekends, and just fucking shacked in, fucking nothing to do. So we're still going at the time. They still had fucking movie rentals, right? You still had a fucking a rental store. I don't know if it was Blockbuster. It might have been a Red Box, but we went out, actually rented this movie Rat Race. We put it in, and this is all a bunch of fucking maintainers, right? They're all out there for this fucking school. And there was boozing going on.
Mhm.
But we pissed our fucking pants laughing nonstop. Like this movie, when we rented it again, like it was one of those where we kept watching it over and over because the there were lines that we would miss because we were laughing through it. That level of funny. Rowan Atkinson is just unbelievable. It's just fucking hilarious.
Luna Girl brought up John Lovitz when he
Yeah.
swallowed the thing. He was talking like Hitler.
Yeah. the fucking the lighter hits him in the face and it burns him. It has his burn back and he's like,
and he puts his arm up and he's just...
It's a race. I'm winning. Right? Rowan Atkinson plays a narcoleptic, and they're all in this fucking race. And he gets to like the train station, and all of a sudden he's fucking just standing there. And you have all of these fucking you get the Saudi oil tycoons and all these fucking people that are betting on these humans to fucking trample on each other to fucking win this race. So that's like the big thing. So they're being followed with fucking cameras and shit. And so the people that are betting on the humans, all of a sudden Rowan Atkinson's just standing there and they're like, no! They're like screaming at the fucking TV and you just see him. He's just standing there.
He's passed fuck out.
He's just out. So people are coming up to him and just standing there. And all of a sudden he wakes up. He's like, ooh, it's a race. I'm winning. Like it's
such a good movie.
Dude. I highly recommend you see this movie. I recommend it more than Joe Dirt.
Wow. Okay.
Honestly, Joe Dirt is a must see, but this is one of those underrated movies that
because it's underneath more people know about Joe Dirt than they do Rat Race.
Okay. Well, I didn't vote for this one because, as you guessed it, I have not seen either of these movies. But Rat Race narrowly won this. It was 53% to 47%. So
I can see that though.
Yeah, same.
And Rat Race edged it out a little bit more on Twitter, 62 to 38%.
Yeah.
But that was this week's This or That. So thank you.
It was a solid This or That. Like I felt good about This or That this week.
Yeah. The Rat Race one is the one that got me. I was like, oh shit.
Now, before we actually start jumping into Super Troopers itself, we had kind of alluded to at the top of the show, talking about TDY movies, because the three of us are all Air Force veterans. We all spent a decent amount of time serving in the United States Air Force. And
some more than others. They retired.
Yeah. Yep.
Naturally. I'll give my props to you guys.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. But we've all spent time on the road, all spent time TDY overseas doing, airman shit. Dave,
keep talking.
Okay, Dave needed a pause. So something that I wanted to do, because I kind of assumed that Super Troopers is one of those like TDY movies, right? It's the type of movie that whenever you're TDY, and when I say TDY for you non-military types, it stands for temporary duty. It basically means they're pulling you from your home duty station and throwing you somewhere, typically somewhere in the fucking Middle East, out in the desert, not a whole lot to do but your job, and then go back to your fucking tent or whatever and sleep, and then start it over the next day. But there's varying different levels of TDYs. Some are good, some are not so good, but more of them were not so good than good. But anyway, one thing that was common on these TDYs was you'd either have like a TV tent that you'd be able to fucking go to and watch, or like you'd be on the plane and you'd be able to watch shit on the plane like Dave and I did. And you you had movies that people would constantly be watching on TDYs. I have a couple in mind that I know that were either very popular with myself or with other people. I'm sure Dave has some, and Brady, I'm sure you have some. So I figure before we get into Super Troopers, let's talk about some other popular TDY movies that we've seen over the years.
I'm good.
Oh.
I want to go one step further. I wanted this binder, right? This binder I'm holding here is a classic, sleeve of DVDs, old school style, right?
Oh yeah.
And this binder was like a lending library for people that were going TDY. It's like, oh, hey man, can I take your binder? I'm going, on this trip or whatever. Like, yeah, sure. And remarkably, I always got this back, when we go on the trip. Now this was the beauty of being in a small unit. We kind of all knew where we were going, when they were getting back. So I just want to kind of thumb through this just quickly.
Okay.
And then I think we're going to hit the highlights of a lot of these fucking things. Obviously, we have Chappelle Show.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Both seasons. Then we got Chappelle Stand Up.
Nice.
Right? I've got Wyatt Earp up here because who doesn't like a good fucking Western?
Mm-hmm. I like Tombstone better, but whatever.
So I Married an
I would
Axe
agree with that.
Murderer,
Tombstone. Little Mike Myers.
Mm-hmm.
which is a great fucking movie. 13 Days, for if you're into a little bit of drama. I actually watched 13 Days. It's about the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Who's in that one?
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner, Waterworld. That's who I was thinking.
Yeah.
You win.
It's actually really good. I would, if you're into history at all and you don't know much about the Cuban Missile Crisis, is actually a fairly legitimate historical representation for a lot of it. Obviously, there's some liberties with what had happened in the White House, but still. Anyway, Hunt for Red October, classic.
Mm-hmm.
Dukes of Hazzard.
That's the early 2000s remake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
Because
I remember watching the Haji copy of that.
Yeah, because Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
A little Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah. Now, sidebar, Brady, you mentioned the Haji copy of that. I told a story on the show, I think it was a couple months ago, about seeing Titanic, a censored version of Titanic that we had gotten from the locals because we were in Oman, the country of Oman.
Oh, that was my first deployment. That was the fucking greatest base to be deployed on.
You must have gotten there after I got there, but
yeah, I got there when they were when they were kicking the Air Force out. I was on my way out. They had the Air Force was the Chow Hall people, and they did fucking omelets. I'm gonna get sexual. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. But yeah, we had picked up a local pirated copy of Titanic because Titanic had just come out a few months before this particular TDY, and of course they had like all the, Kate Winslet titties all censored out and stuff, which was,
fucking
half the fucking reason for watching the goddamn movie. But anyway, I know what you mean when you say you got the Haji copy of something.
Well, that was something I was gonna bring up. I think that from when I talk to other people, in different branches of the service, I feel like that was a lingo and that was a thing that we got. Charlie Wilson's War. I think that was a thing that we got more than others because we were always on a base that was in conjunction with another entity's base of some degree. And they always had that little store you could go to where they sold everything in it, all the stupid shit, cigarettes, whatever. And that back wall always had the fucking DVDs in the Ziploc bags with
all the pirated movies.
Pirated movies.
Yep.
So we got everything that was out because they did a good job burning their shit too. They had an empty movie theater. Nobody was in it. They put up a camera, recorded the whole movie. Nobody's standing up. They were the best copies back then.
And this, what I'm showing on the YouTube is this indication right here, DVD 9. When you were getting a pirated copy so that it would work in your American DVD player, you had to make sure it was a DVD 9. Otherwise, the coding of it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
In an American DVD player. So whenever you were shopping for it overseas, you had to make sure it was a DVD 9. Anyway, let me get through this real quick. Galaxy Quest, Spies Like Us, Talladega Nights.
Yes. Staple.
I got all the Bourne movies because I'm into the Bourne movies.
I've never seen a Bourne movie.
That figures because you're not into fucking good movies.
Yeah, I've never seen a Bond movie either, or Mission Impossible.
Right.
If he watched the Bourne Identity, he'd update his phone more often.
Probably.
My phone's been screaming at me for a week. You need to update. Fuck you.
The Natural, which I think is the best baseball movie ever made. War Games.
Nice.
Independence Day. Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yes.
We were just talking about that movie at work today. His 3 kids.
Yep.
Shantae Jr. and the other two. Just good
Yep.
times.
Little Reservoir Dogs on there. Got Mars Attacks. Gak, 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 gak,
Oh, I need the drop.
gak, 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 gak,
I think I might have accidentally taken the drop off of the.
gak, gak,
Oh,
gak.
the worst.
The Replacements.
So good. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
And that chick was hot too.
yeah.
She was a different kind of hot for me.
It was. You know what? It is a underrated sports movie. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
so good.
Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Yes.
Is a fucking perfect movie. Love that movie. And there are no
Bedazzled?
White Castles in Cherry Hill.
Dude, she is so fine in that fucking movie.
Oh, what's her name?
Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah.
She is still.
No, yeah, she's a smoke show to this day. But like in Bedazzled,
She
all
was in
assets are
top form in
shown.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, top form.
Mhm.
I like that
Yeah.
word. We're gonna go with top form.
Top
Yeah.
form. Yes. Top form. Follow her on Instagram. You're
Like she's constantly posting like bikini pics and shit, and it's like,
No, she's a staple of fucking Facebook news. They're like Elizabeth Hurley in black string bikini. I'm like, well, I'm gonna look at that.
well, it's gonna have to. It's
Well,
right
it
there.
was in the news.
Yeah.
It was in the news.
that's those algorithms I was talking about earlier that manipulate us into doing things.
All right, we
Point
got
Break.
Clerks.
Is that Point Break?
That is Point Break.
I'm
I
an
see it.
FBI agent.
Men in Black. Big Lebowski. Major League.
Oh,
Big Lebowski, bro.
That's one of those ones, those TDY movies that everybody
Yeah.
watches.
Here's a
I
couple,
gotta be. Yeah.
couple more DVD 9s. SWAT. This is one of my just. I don't know. It's an absolute shit movie.
It is a shit show.
Yeah, but I enjoy it for some reason. Anchorman,
Yeah,
another
yeah.
DVD
Yes.
9,
Mm-hmm.
old school.
There it is, right there. There it is. I already seen it.
Oh,
Super
yeah,
flip
you
the
see Happy
page.
Gilmore, and then we got
I
Super
see Super
Troopers down at the
Troopers.
bottom.
Oh yeah, there's Super Troopers.
Old school. You're my boy,
Ah.
Blue.
You're my boy Blue.
You tell anybody about this, we'll fucking cut his head off. I'm just playing. We'll have him back by dinner.
What a movie!
The Long
I'm here
Kiss
for the
Goodnight.
gangbang.
I think honestly, if you think about actors that are probably portrayed the most in this binder, it's probably Samuel L. Jackson.
Motherfucker.
The Da Vinci Code, Bagger Vance, Airplane, all the Matrix movies, Team America: World Police, because
Yes.
That was one on my list
Right.
that people are always watching on TDYs.
Batman Begins, Black Hawk Down, V for Vendetta, another good movie. Some Bond stuff that Jason will never watch, Casino Royale, The
Maybe
40-Year-Old
someday.
Virgin,
Yes.
Wedding Crashers,
Another
Yes.
great one.
Blues Brothers,
Fantastic.
Oh, okay.
this guy right here.
Rat Race.
Yeah.
Oh, nice,
I
nice.
see it. I'm with it.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall,
So good.
Megamind. This one is
I
Dog.
like Megamind.
Oh, I love
Good movie.
Megamind. That's a great
Yeah.
fucking movie. I wish there's all the rumors they were talking about making a second one. I'm like, do it. I'll
Do it.
I'll crowdsource that shit.
Yep.
This is Dogma.
Oh,
Yes.
What else we got? We got The Sandlot.
forever.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. I love this movie.
I didn't like that one.
Really?
I
love
tried.
this movie.
I could get. It was weird.
Yeah.
That George Clooney did the voice of the fox, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wes Anderson's one of those where it's kind of like an acquired thing, but I think a lot
I
of
didn't like the art. Like the art of it. The art of it was off-putting to me. I didn't care for the art of it.
That's actually what kept me in it, to be honest.
Weird. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Bruce Almighty
Fuck yeah.
has one of the funniest scenes ever on film in it.
Steve Carell.
I laughed my tits off. I literally peed. I literally
Yeah,
peed
so
when I
good.
saw that.
So good.
I got Super Bad.
Oh, that's a fucking. To me,
Fuck
that's
yeah.
like one of the best comedies made. That and The Hangover are like the two best comedies made in the last fucking 30 years.
couple of movies you might recognize there.
Oh, Star
Like
Wars.
from Star Wars.
Star Wars sitting there with Knocked Up. Some more Star Wars, and then look what's right here. A little Saving Silverman right here.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Yeah, funny. We were just talking about that, and then Animal House and Little Full Metal Jacket.
Ah, very good.
Fantastic.
Of which the first, I don't know, half hour is well worn, and the rest of that DVD is probably
Oh yeah, yeah. The boot camp
pristine.
scene is the best part. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But that's it. That's the TDY binder that has traveled the world, been around the world probably dozens of times, easily.
Well, I can think of one movie that I did not see in there that I would always see on TDYs. This is probably the
Another
first
Megamind.
movie. Nice. Probably the first movie that I ever noticed as like a TDY movie that I'd see people constantly watching, and that was the movie The Boondock Saints.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, my first time ever seeing that was on a TDY, watching it, and I caught it in the middle when they were like having a gunfight, and then the guys got captured, and then all of a sudden Willem Dafoe's getting in fucking makeup, turning himself into a prostitute. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Some of the most disturbing shit on screen, but yeah, man, like for years it seemed like people were always watching that on a fucking trip. So that was a constant for a long time for me when it came to TDY movies.
I have an absolutely horrible movie that for one TDY was something that everybody watched.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen the movie Soul Plane?
No, I've never seen that.
It's-
I know the movie you're talking about. I remember the trailers.
Oh my God. It's such a bad movie, but for whatever reason, like that movie would play almost daily.
Yeah.
Somebody would be in the fucking media room with the lights off watching that fucking movie.
That's
for like
that's
a
the
whole
movie where
deployment.
in one of the scenes they actually have the plane on hydraulics, right? Where it's like
Yeah,
fucking
it's a
bouncing down the
purple fucking
runway.
plane. Yeah,
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg's one of the pilots. Oh, it's fucking awful. But for some reason, one whole deployment, like that DVD stayed on top of the. If it wasn't in the DVD player, it was on top of the DVD player.
That's
Nice.
fucking brilliant.
It was
and that's the thing,
weird.
like, well, and when you're away like that, it doesn't really matter the quality of the movie sometimes. Sometimes you're just looking for just some kind of entertainment to take your fucking mind off of everything else going on around you, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
And it could be something silly like that. And, it just kind of hits the right nerve at the right time. And you're like, fuck, I played again. It's all
Yep.
played. So, all right. Anybody got any other movies you want to throw out there before we move on?
I mean, I went through my whole binder. I'm sure there's a couple others.
Yeah.
Frederick Martin, he's been on a couple of deployments. He would know.
Yeah. He's big on Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
I don't, and maybe this speaks because maybe you guys can speak about this on both sides. You were both maintainers who deployed, and you both were flight crew who deployed.
Yep.
It seemed like in the maintainer world, we watched more funny shit than we watched war-related, serious, drama, heart-touching. Like in the maintainer, if it wasn't funny, nobody really wanted to fucking watch it.
I
No,
think
there
we
was
Oh, go ahead, Dave.
there was no there was no serious fucking movies while I was
Yeah.
a maintainer. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I agree. But I think when we got to Aircrew, it was kind of a mix.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Sometimes people would watch the more serious movies, but you'd still get the silly shit. Like that's when I saw Team America the most times was.
Oh my God, yeah.
On
Right.
fucking
What-
Aircrew TDYs.
It seems like I got that from my dad. It seemed like a lot more of the more serious, or your Black Hawk Downs and stuff. Is like those are the movies where like that's what they would watch.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, it was light humor and busting balls while watching the movie.
You know what it is, honestly?
I'm with that guy right there.
You know what it really is? I think it's the officers, like the highbrow officers,
Oh yeah.
thinking, "Oh, we're not going to stoop to this level of humor." Meanwhile, I know they laugh just as hard as I did when we're sitting there watching fucking Old School in what's that base? The AVSOC base they opened up in the
I
desert.
forgot. See, that makes sense that you say
LED?
that though, because
No,
as a
no.
maintainer, you would never watch movies with an officer.
No.
Yeah, you only do that with air crew.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
told the
no,
story about.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were watching our South Park episode, Brady, but I told the story about the officer that came in and turned off South Park while we were watching it in Oman because it was too offensive.
Oh, that
Some
movie,
little twat lieutenant.
that movie was not in there, which I know I have, but South Park,
Yes.
the bigger, longer uncut. I don't know where the DVD is. That movie should be fucking in there. That's been watched 1,000 fucking times. This man has no penis. Is that what you're pointing at?
No, we should go to the bathroom.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
All right. Well, we're going to take a very quick break and get to our main topic after this very quick word from our sponsors. I got that back.
See you, Dave.
All right. Yeah, I'll be back, Dave. Entertain the people.
I mean, I have to go too. Just leave me here, stranded. Yeah, I'll turn that off. Yeah, South Park was another big one that was just on. Why can't I hear myself? What is that? Let's see what else. Let's catch up on the chat. Canon. Yes. Dude, yeah, let's get back to Rat Race. I could see the Water Boy playing, especially like with a bunch of Marines. I can see that. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah, and especially like you think about like what we're talking about. Brady's experience is a more of a normalized deployment, whereas Jason and I, most of our time was spent in an airplane and then minimum time on the ground. I mean, there was times when you're spending more time flying than you were actually on the ground in your ground time. And I'll have him speak to that a little bit more because he was way more of a guy who would kind of stay in his room and watch movies. But
are you talking about me?
Yeah. I was saying like the difference kind of between our experience and Brady's is Brady is his more traditional deployment, where with us it was a lot of times we'd spend more time in the airplane than we would on the ground.
Oh yeah, that's where most of our movie watching would happen.
Yeah,
would be in the airplane.
You know, and as radio operators, we'd have little windows, kind of like this, how the screen is right now, right? If you're watching us on YouTube, and we have these multiple screens, so we had our operations stuff we could have on the screen and a small window we could have with a movie playing or something like that and be able to listen to it. And, you know, it was a delicate balance. Like that part of our job, you know, a lot of what our job was just figuring out how to listen to all these different things and be able to manage all that shit in your fucking head. That's why we're so crazy now. All right, I'm going to pee.
Okay. I will attempt to get caught up on some chat. Can I talk about the 49ers real quick and the Bears? Like, I know a lot of people are giving the Niners shit for losing, and I mean, deservedly so. They did not play that great. Trey Lance is, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him right now, but you know, if I'm gonna make any kind of excuse, it was the fact that the field was like a fucking soggy mess. Brady, I don't know if you saw any of the highlights from the fucking Bears 49ers game, but I can't hear you if you're talking. Got nothing.
Now you can hear me.
Yes, I can. So yeah, I don't know if you caught anything from the Niners Bears game, but man, it was just a wet mess on that field.
From my understanding, is the Bears field had recorded the most like ACL and whatever injuries. So like a week or so ago, not too long ago, I don't know the exact date, they put in this AstroTurf. And
Oh.
that's part of the reason it all started flooding.
Yeah, and then of course, they got the fucking torrential downpours in the area, and
Yep.
it was not good football conditions. So I don't I don't put a lot of it on Trey Lance and all that yet. It's I want to see them on their home turf in good weather and see how he does.
Well, and then
Um,
you got to look at the Bears quarterback. He was a rookie last season and he played all season, whereas Trey Lance was too, but he played off and on and throughout the season.
Yeah, well, and he only started like 2 games last year. So
Right, exactly. Or they would throw him in for some weird packages, and he'd be like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on?"
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm not discounting the experiment yet, though. I don't have high hopes either. So we'll see. But yeah, that was that. And then we already talked about the Lions and the Eagles.
We don't have to talk about the Raiders.
Yeah. I made a mistake. I went against my own my own rules, and I drafted a fucking Raiders player into my fantasy football team, and now I'm paying for it.
Who'd you draft?
Fucking your boy Carr.
It's just one game. That dude goes off. Settle down.
Yeah,
Right.
I've had David Carr. He's legit.
Derek. David
Yeah.
Carr would just get sacked.
Yeah.
There was a David Carr though, right?
Oh
Yeah,
that's
no,
his
you're right.
brother.
He was Houston's first pick overall.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! Why
Good
does
old days.
my fucking brain? I swear to God.
No, I only like the Texans because they're not the Cowboys.
Yeah. It's
Because that was the first game they ever played was against the Cowboys, and I was like,
And
well,
they beat
fuck
them,
the
too.
Cowboys. Yeah, they did.
their very first game they actually
Fuck
won.
yeah.
They beat the Cowboys. I remember that. I was watching that shit live.
That shit was awesome.
Fuck
I
the
hate-
Cowboys.
I fucking hate the dude. And my great grandpa was a Cowboys fan, and we would go to Oklahoma to visit. And like, this is when you know you're a sports kid. Is when your parents tell you not to talk shit about the Dallas Cowboys. Like, we don't. Hey. I know you don't like the Cowboys, but you don't say nothing bad about their team or players around Grandpa.
Yeah.
But I don't like them, and I'm gonna wear my Raiders shit, and I fucking did. Fuck the Cowboys.
Nice. All right.
What the fuck is all over this thing?
Is it jizz?
You did pass it around the fucking.
I know. And
You got them desert. You got them desert twos looking like tens, baby.
Yeah, and you got that Elizabeth Hurley movie in there,
Bedazzle.
Yeah.
That'll do it. That's what you wouldn't have been able to zip that bitch back up if I had it.
Thankfully, Wolf of Wall Street's I have on digital.
Ooh,
Oh
yeah.
my god! Quick Wolf of Wall Street story, real quick.
Sure.
The first time I had no idea how vulgar that movie was. My wife is not like me at all. We're watching that movie, and the very fucking beginning of it, he's doing that fucking line of coke off her ass, and one of my kids comes out, and we hit pause as he's getting ready to fucking hit that rail off her ass.
Like, what's
Oh my
that?
god! Like, I had to stand between my son and the television, and I did one of those things where like he's walking and I'm walking back with him, so he can't till he got to the fucking hallway and he could go back to his room. It's like, holy shit, dude!
It only gets worse from there. So,
Oh right,
I had a very similar story. We were TDY, and I think we're in a Cannon Air Force Base. This ironically
Mexico.
same place we saw Old School, ironically.
Okay.
And we're sitting there. The whole crew is there. We have real super early shows, so we weren't like we had a quick dinner and we went and saw this movie. Was it there, or was it in Andrews? Anyway, it's irrelevant.
That's what she said.
So we're sitting in a movie theater, and Dave Luther is like, I'm sitting here. Dave Luther's sitting next to me, and sitting next to Dave Luther is this couple in their like late 70s,
Oh no.
right? And they're just sitting there, and the movie starts, and like all this shit is starting to happen. And as the shape of that ass is like, and I'm like, oh no. And I look over, And poor Dave Luther is just, you could, even in the darkness of a movie theater, you could see how red his face was. And and you just heard from this older lady, she's like, oh dear. It was just, oh my fucking God. And then you'd get, you'd be engrossed in the movie. And then, when Leo's getting ready to fucking go in there to go to town. Right. And I'd have the sudden realization that this fucking couple's down there. Just like, oh God. Like, it's like I'm watching this movie with my fucking grandparents. It was just, it's just, thank the maker I wasn't sitting directly next to them. I felt so bad for Dave Luther.
That's fantastic.
Oh dear.
Good shit. All right, are we ready to get back to it?
Sure.
All right, Dave, give me a countdown and we'll
All right. There we go. Oh dear.
And we're back. So, Super Troopers.
Hang on real quick. So, Salacious Rum, who we all know how much I love Salacious Crumb, right?
One of your favorite characters in Star Wars.
Yes. Well, my favorite scene is when he's on a spit in the fucking thing.
Which, by the
In
way,
the
in the
Mandalorian.
trailer for the new Mando trailer, I think it was, you saw a bunch of those little motherfuckers in the trees.
In the
Hell
trees,
yeah.
yes. So I'm hoping that at some point when they napalm that planet, they're going to see some more crispy critters.
People either love a monkey lizard or hate. I hate them because I think they're creepy as shit.
I love that motherfucker.
I always thought they were creepy. Like, I never thought he was annoying. I always thought he was creepy as shit.
I remember in 1983 sitting in the fucking theater, first time seeing Return of the Jedi, and just going like, I don't like that.
Yeah, creepy.
My prepubescent brain just was like, no, bad. And it's always been there.
See, I thought he was funny. I thought the way he talked really fast and everything that you couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying. I thought it was hilarious.
Nope. It just, for me, it just went burp, bad. This image, bad.
I
agree.
Right, fair enough. So
Anyway.
was that the only thing you wanted to bring up? Was just
The trees. Yeah, all the monkey lizards in the trees.
Yeah, good shit.
Anyway.
Moving on. So, yeah, Super Troopers released February 15th, 2002. This was actually over a year after it premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in January of 2001. No idea what the fuck took so long for it to get picked up and get mass distribution, but it was a different time, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, little indie movie that, made or cost $3 million to make. Ended up making $23 million at the box office, which is a pretty decent return, but then ended up being massively successful on home video. The estimates by the end of 2006, it had made $70 million between DVD sales and rentals. So extremely popular, one of those, just true cult classic movies that after its theatrical run just had a massive following. And to this day, it's very popular. In fact, Dave, you can probably speak to this more than I can about the Kickstarter with the sequel.
Oh yeah, I was going to save that to the end, which I'm going to continue to save to the end because I have some visual aids for that. But yeah, we were part of, me and Frederick Martin, who's still in the chat, I hope. We were contributors to Super Troopers 2 to help get that off the ground.
All right.
But yeah, we'll have some visual aids later for that.
So I can assume that not one of us saw this movie in theaters.
I did not.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely not me, because
Me
as
neither.
I said at
Me
the
neither.
top of the show, the first time I had ever seen this movie was last night. So I have a much different perspective than most people have on this movie. But I was in 2001, 2002, Kristen and I were in a really weird place in our lives. Like this was that small period of time of like a year and a half where I was actually separated from the Air Force. What?
So
What?
smooth.
So small?
So smooth.
37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
Oh, I knew it. This was the time you guys were involved in the swinger world for that year, 2 years.
Right.
Real
Yes.
upside
Right.
down pineapples and
Well, you
just,
know, we
living
not
that California lifestyle, as Dave
not our
would say.
proudest moments, but you know.
What is an upside down pineapple? What is that?
Okay, Dave, let's not play games, buddy.
I'm. Yeah, I have no idea.
We'll just leave it
Upside
at that.
down pineapple is a sign of the swingers.
Is it really?
It's the symbol of the swingers. Like pineapple shit. Like if you ever go on a cruise and you go by doors and people have magnets of pineapples on their door, they want to invite you and your wife in.
Hold on, I just need to write something down on a totally unrelated topic.
Pineapples.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we were in a weird spot. We were extremely poor at this point in 2001, 2002. We were living by ourselves in Northern California, isolated from everybody. It was a weird time. We were both like super obsessed with the original EverQuest. So that's like the only way we spent our free time was playing that when I wasn't working. So yeah, we didn't see a lot of movies at all. I think the only movie we saw during that time frame was like Monsters Inc. and like one of the Lord of the Rings movies. So yeah, we were very isolated, very weird time. And then early 2002, like February of 2002, we were already in the process of moving back to New Jersey and me rejoining the military. So and then we found out we were having a kid. So
That'll happen.
so lots
Happened.
going on during this time, and none of it had really to do with movie going and movie watching. So that's how a lot of 2001, 2002 movies slipped through the cracks for me, and I still to this day haven't seen them. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that similar with me with 2001, 2002, because I joined the Air Force in March of 2001.
Okay.
So, like, my focus was, like, what do I got to do in the military? And then, like, let's go party. Like,
Yeah,
that's what it is. You know, like,
yeah.
your first few years in, you guys were maintainers. You know, even living at the dorms, you found that guy who, hey, dude, I know you're underage, but come on over to my room, and we're fucking drinking and playing video games.
We could talk for the next 2 hours about the fucking dorm parties and the underage drinking and all of that. So,
oh yeah.
yeah.
See, I never got to enjoy that because I was 21 when I came in.
We'll put a pin in
I
that,
tried
Brady.
Everclear. I tried Everclear for the first time at 18 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I didn't have that. Yeah.
We'll
No,
bring
but it
that
was a
back
different-
up on Wednesday, Brady.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
But as far as like our history with the movies, Dave, do you remember like when you did see this movie for the first time?
Honestly, I don't remember. It was one of the. I think it was something that. Hey, we need to see this movie. It's like, yeah, let's fucking do it. And then we sat down and watched it. I think I was on alert at some point back in, the hard alert days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was another thing about being aircrew is we would have to sit hard alert sometimes. And, you're sitting in either an alert facility or, some sort of shared quarters, and you guys would like watch movies and shit like that. I saw a lot of movies like that, sitting hard alert.
Yeah, but otherwise I can't really put my finger on when exactly I saw it for the first time. But I know that once I did see it, it was kind of a constant rotation of seeing it. Mm-hmm. Like it was on several times at lunchtime in the break room, just like sitting there shooting a shit and having that on. Mm-hmm. But you're talking about that time frame. You kind of alluded to it before. 2002, early 2002. I was. We were still, flying the mission, mm-hmm. and with the 135, and then the summer of 2002 is when I left for the 757 school, and when we got back from that, we immediately turned around and left for radio operator school. So that was like the entire rest of the year. So I basically time traveled in my career to like basically February of 13. And so that there was, or I'm sorry, February 03. I do this thing, and I think I talked about it before, where 2003, I immediately convert that to 2013, or like 2010 is now 2000. Like,
right.
I remove a decade out of my memory. Like it's like I can't conceptualize the fact that much time has gone by. Right. So in my brain, it automatically does shit like that. And
right. Because to think that Super Troopers has been out for 20 years now.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years since 2002.
Calm down.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing out some facts.
Yeah, which also means it's been 1 week since you looked at me. No. Anyway, that's my thing. It was a watching it on DVD or whatever, and then watching it constantly after that.
Yeah. All right, Brady, what about you? Do you have any early memories of seeing this movie? And
the first time I remember watching that movie, I was deployed to Uzbekistan to K2.
Oh, okay.
And our unit maintainer spot was like right out on the fucking flight line. Like they taxied around us, and it was so cool, dude, because it was the first time I was deployed. Like, we had our own spot. It was built up. It had camo netting, and you guys know what I talk. Like, when I say it was built up, like, it was built by the people who worked there.
Yeah, like facilities that would be constantly upgraded over the
yeah.
years.
Like, there would be
there
camo netting over here, and then this would be like hard billeting right here, and then this was a whole made space. And the first time I remember watching it, I remember what I was eating. I was eating oh my fuck, I can't even cracklins, fried cracklins. And I was putting hot sauce, Louisiana hot sauce on them, shaking them in the plastic bag. I had my ex-wife sending to me while I was deployed. Nice. And we were watching this movie about cops. And I thought it was the dumbest fucking movie I'd ever fucking seen. Like, all my friends are laughing and shit, and I'm sitting here like eating these crack. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. I hated this fucking movie the first time I saw it.
Wow.
I didn't see the humor in it. I was like, this is dumb as shit. Did not like it at all. But then you bring up the TDY. It was so funny when I saw your notes, dude, because you brought up the TDY thing. Mm-hmm. And this was one of those movies. This was a TDY movie. So it's like, I can only, you're looking 2002, 2003 for when I'm seeing this movie. We don't really have the internet. There's no Facebook. So like, you have media that's available to you through, the base's internet or intranet or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Mm-hmm. But then you had Haji copies of movies that people would go buy for $3 to $5 and they would fucking leave them. Yeah. And this was one of those movies that somebody just fucking left and it stayed in the fucking DVD player, and people who liked the movie watched it, and I fucking hated the movie. What the fuck was I gonna do?
Right, because that's another weird thing about this time is, and especially in situations like that where, if the masses want to watch something, there's only the one TV and only the one DVD player. So if you either you watch it with them or you fucking go and walk around and kick sand.
Or you go jerk off.
And we were and if you were deployed at that, I don't know, like for wherever I was, it was either a TV in a fucking box that had a lid that would flip down, or you were in a separate room with one of those big ass old tube TV, 50-inch fucking with the speakers at the bottom, and it's just that one mesh netting to cover the whole, like,
right.
And you had, a couple love seats and a couch, and the lights were always off, and whatever was playing is what the fuck you watched, because you got there when people were watching it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, and there's an interesting dynamic there too, because by the time Dave and I got towards the end of our flying careers, like that was all gone because everybody had their own laptop.
Yeah,
Everybody had their own fucking laptop, and everybody was just watching their own shit on their own laptop, and you
Yeah,
lost
and
that
that
kind
was-
of community.
that was pre-tablet. You're right. We
Yeah.
all had. I remember having a laptop. Oh fuck! I had so much porn on that laptop. Good lord, bro. Good lord.
Yeah,
You only
have
needed
to.
a month subscription to download all that shit. That was back in the day. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We'll save that discussion for another time. So, yeah, and so for me watching this for the first time, like I can tell you, I get it. I definitely get why this movie is as beloved as it is, because even though I've only seen it the one time so far, I can see, especially upon subsequent viewings, the really getting into the quotable lines and the dialogue and the silly scenarios, because the whole synopsis of this movie is there are these fucking state troopers basically in Vermont that are just fucking just do whatever the fuck they want. Basically,
They're
just
bored. They're bored.
They're bored.
Yeah, they're a bunch of bored fucking state troopers who have no oversight over them for the most part, and they just do whatever the fuck they want. They fuck with the people that they pull over. They fucking do all kinds of crazy shit, like hazing and all kinds of stuff at the station.
Fuck with the local cops.
Yeah, they fuck with the local cops, and that's a big driver of the plot of this is their animosity with the local cops, and then they're potentially going to get shut down by the governor.
All right, I'll ask you this. So, because we're not in that world, but we're close. We've been close to it. Do you think that whole state trooper sheriff dynamic is the same as like Air Force to Army, Air Force to Navy, blah, blah, blah?
You can definitely see some of that, like some similarities in the way.
Listen, I come from a law enforcement family, and I can tell you that absolutely exists. Like,
Okay.
between like the feds and local cops, between local cops and fucking the sheriff's department, between the state troopers, especially the state troopers. Like the state troopers live on this like island, especially in New Jersey. The state troopers are on this fucking island, and they dress like they're in the fucking Gestapo. They just want to be just as a bunch of fucking pricks.
Yeah, they're big jerk offs.
And even the rest of the police force, in New Jersey, it's you think of places like Florida, for example, like the sheriff's department is mostly doing the policing, like local policing. In New Jersey, it's mostly townships and boroughs that do the policing, right? So it's all local. State troopers are handling things that are like interstates and areas that don't have police. So like Wrightstown, New Jersey, up at McGuire, they didn't, for a while they didn't have their own police force. So the state troopers, that's if you're going to get pulled over, you're getting pulled over by a state trooper who was probably a Marine that didn't give a flying fuck that you were in the Air Force.
Yeah, didn't give a shit.
Yeah, that was like, no, I haven't been drinking. I just fucking flew a 16-hour day, and it's 3 a.m. Let me go to fuck home and go to sleep. No, instead you're going to give me a goddamn ticket for having a border around my fucking license plate. How about you suck a bag of dicks, you piece of shit? Anyway,
I agree. Yes.
Yeah, but no, I can definitely see where you're going with that,
there.
Brady. Yeah, the animosity between any kind of like government agency like that with others, and it could be between military, it could be between police, but yeah, definitely could see that.
Yeah, because I just wonder if, like, when we watch military shows, if it's the same for cops when they watch, state troopers watching that, and he's like, "Fuck Vermont PD," you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like how we would be with the Army. Like, fuck the Army,
Right. Well, it's mostly the Army and everyone else going, "Fuck the Air Force."
No, that's true.
Yeah,
They're
well,
just
it's 'cause
mad
it's
that
out of jealousy
we all
is
get
what that
paid
is.
the same, and I sleep in a bed and they sleep in a cot.
Mhm.
Right.
Sorry, I'm just Googling something really quick while Dave's dog is barking in the background.
Look, the doors are closed.
And nobody questioned it. We all knew too. We all was like, "That's Dave's dog."
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so I'm just looking at the population of Vermont because that's the thing too is like Vermont's currently in 2020 the population was 624,000 in the whole fucking state. So, 20 years ago it was probably like 400,000. So you think this small state, small population,
Jason,
you got this
look up the population of your borough, like your town.
the Cherry Hill.
Uh-huh.
All right.
It's just
Yeah, 71,000.
so yeah, it's yeah,
It's Vermont, bro.
it's
Yeah,
Vermont.
like-
Yeah,
like-
it's
Well, and I've always heard Vermont is kind of like the redneck capital of the Northeast as well. So,
look, I have friends that are
But
from
you know
there.
what?
Or maybe
It's
that was New
weird you
Hampshire.
say that. It's weird you're like the redneck capital, but like when I think Vermont, I'm like, you must have some fucking money to live in Vermont because you ain't got a job there. So you just must like, I just exist in Vermont.
right.
I've never heard of goods from Vermont.
I got some friends that are from there.
What do they do, Dave? I bet you don't know.
They
They
live
don't do
in
shit, Dave. You proved my point.
they live in fucking Myrtle Beach. That's what they
They're
do.
those motherfuckers you see on those house shows. They're like, yeah, our budget is $4 million, and I spool yarn and I touch myself on the internet. You're like, oh, makes
Well,
sense.
I mean, if they had an OnlyFans account, then they probably are making way more
Yeah,
than
right. You're right.
the
Bad
three of us
example.
combined
I
are.
fucked up. Bad
Like
example.
these days, that can definitely be your source of income.
I know.
however-
I'm thinking
But
about
in
selling feet
2002.
pics, guys. I'm thinking about selling feet pics.
Yeah,
I hear it's
I-
quite lucrative.
yeah.
I'm gonna pay. I'll pay my toenails for $20,000 a month.
You got to shave them though too. You don't want to.
I don't give a fuck, Jason. You're missing the point here, buddy.
He's got his eye on the green. That's all it is.
No, but my friends that were from that area, they grew up in like they didn't have indoor toilets. It is very
Yeah, but when you
Yeah.
think Vermont, do you not think money? You don't
No.
think poor.
No,
Am I wrong?
From
More.
what I understand, because like Massachusetts, Rhode Island, those are like the rich areas. But like New Hampshire and Vermont, I thought those were kind of like the not as.
I
well
always
off
thought those were the
states in the
motherfuckers who
Northeast.
just had fucking money.
No, you only think of that because it's the cocksuckers that have money to go there to ski. That's where
yeah.
they're going. They're going to fucking wherever you go in Vermont to fucking go skiing. So, but the people that live there full time, it's a mountain. It's all mountainous and fucking whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
and they.
When I think of Vermont, I think it's funny you said ski because I think of Vermont. I think of you remember the old school Disney fucking shows with fucking Goofy, and he'd go and they'd show like Goofy and all his type of people. And I say that it sounds so fucked up. I said it that way, but it would be like a Goofy synopsis. He'd be skiing, and every motherfucker looked like Goofy, but it wasn't Goofy. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? Shut up, Dave.
I have no like. What do we? Wait, you lost me. You lost me
Don't
with
worry about
Goofy.
And Vermont.
Right.
All right.
Oh, I love Tina's comment in the chat about how somebody.
No,
probably would
seriously,
pay for
I'm
Harry's-
gonna start pimping myself out on OnlyFans for hairy toes.
Well, if that
And-
works out
and-
for you, let me know.
And your
Oh
beard.
fuck! Hey,
Just
hey!
show your beard. Just be
As
like,
the girls say, we can trade content.
Yes, yes. You seem to know a lot about this, Brady. But
Don't judge me, asshole.
We'll talk about that later. So yeah, and getting back to the whole plot of the movie, it's just basically it's this frat boy mentality at this fucking state trooper group of like I don't know what 6 people, and they even mentioned that they have like 25 miles of highway that they're responsible for.
right.
And it's the shenanigans that you see.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, exactly. Shenanigans. Wait, what
If
was the
somebody
quote?
else
Like, the
says
next
that
person
one
that
more
says,
time, I'm gonna
pistol
beat you with
whipping.
this pistol.
Hey, Farva!
Where's that place you like to go with all the goofy shit on the wall? You mean shenanigans?
Exactly. And yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Like the bullshit that they get into, the fucking just some of the most quotable lines. And some of these fucking characters, like the Favre guy, like, oh my
Yes.
God, he is too
Oh my
fucking
God.
funny.
I want to punch him in the dick throughout this entire movie.
Like when they show his dick, like that part, when
the
you
hell?
actually see,
Powdered
you get
sugar
full frontal
was
male
delicious.
nudity in this movie.
It's powdered sugar.
It's
Delicious.
Yeah, you got to see his little Vienna sausage in that scene.
I loved how it was fucking Brett Favre, but like finally somebody's like, no, we're totally poking fun of this. It's
Yeah.
Favre.
Favre. Yeah.
Favre.
I love when he went into the fucking the burger place. And he's
He's like
ordering a
spits
fucking,
you. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well, I love when the dude goes, yeah, double bacon cheeseburger. It's for a cop.
The cop.
It's like, what the hell's that about? You just spit it now? And then all the shit that
No, I
happens with
told him that so he makes it extra good.
Yeah. Liter of cola.
Don't spit in that cop's burger.
Right. No, hold the spit.
Yeah.
I want a liter of cola.
I want a goddamn liter of cola.
Like you're skipping way to the fucking
Well,
end because
and that's the thing. Like I said, I didn't
This
take
is
notes.
Jason's fault.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't take notes on the movie, so I couldn't recount it like beat for beat. But if you like want to kind of go back to the beginning and
Well, I mean, to me, like when Jason and I were kind of first logged in, we were doing sound check. I had Super Troopers on my iPad, and
that opening scene.
the opening fucking sequence with
Yes.
with them and fucking littering end, like
Smoking the reefer.
the fucking idea, just the idea of, okay, you got these kids, they get pulled over, right?
Yeah, obviously lots of drugs
Right.
in their possession.
They get pulled over. The cops know that they're fucked, right? And they're like, okay, we're going to play this game. And so they turn their heads, they drive away. And the kids are like, oh, fuck, yeah, fuck these guys. And then they turn around and come up and do the same sequence again. I put myself every time in that fucking scenario. Like, what would I do?
As one of the guys in the car.
Yeah, what would I do if I was one of those guys and like, and then suddenly the cops walked up and said the same shit? I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
Plus, you're high. You would
Right.
freak the fuck out.
Yeah, and that's
yeah.
what I was thinking. I'm thinking, like, are these guys high? Are we just like seeing this like weird fucking trippy repeat sequence through their minds?
No.
Or is it the cops just fucking with them?
It's the cops
Well,
fucking
you
with
know, there is a backstory to that scene, right? The
Oh, no. I
broken
have no
lizard.
idea.
The broken lizard guys. They went on a trip to Canada, and they went in like a Winnebago. And as they were going into Canada, they're getting their fucking Winnebago searched. So the one dude on the Winnebago starts eating all the mushrooms meant for 10 other guys.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's where that whole scene
The
came from.
Snosberries
A
taste
real
like
fucking
Snosberry.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Like,
fucking
licking
fantastic.
the fucking window.
littering end, littering end, littering end.
Smoking the reefer.
It's one of the best opening sequences of a movie ever. Like fucking with those kids and then driving the fucking car. Okay, get pulled over, and then as they're pulling by, they're driving on the shoulder next to the car on the wrong side of the fucking car, looking at them, like
Slow as fuck.
slow as fuck,
creeping.
just staring at them. And then when they come back, it's just like, what the fuck would you do? What would you do in your fucking mind? Dude, it's just fucking great. It's just a great sequence.
Yeah, and just that whole scene where the dude's trying to eat the fucking bag of weed,
Right.
just like trying to like choke it down.
No,
Oh,
the best scene is like when the cops leave and the guy's like, he's like, dude, I had about $100 worth of mushrooms and like $30 worth of weed. And the guy's like, freaking, he's like, this shit's crazy. He's like, but I'm gonna need that $130.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh man, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then you get the whole thing with the fucking with the hope you boys like Mexico. All that shit. And then you start the fucking movie. And then you go from there and right into fucking, all right, chugging syrup.
Oh,
Do
the maple
it.
syrup, like,
Do it.
oh my god, I'm watching that. It's making me
You
sick.
got them little bird lips. You
Yeah.
gotta relax the throat, open up the jaw.
And they actually did that. That was like
Yes.
legit fucking syrup. They
Yeah,
no
because
shit.
they were
did
trying
that.
to do it with tea and it didn't look thick enough, so they were like,
Right.
"Fuck it, we'll do it with real syrup." And oh my god, like that made me
Wow.
sick just watching them do that. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
dude.
god.
It's made me sick since the first time I watched that show. Like, that was probably the predecessor where I was like, this show is fucking stupid.
Right.
Do it.
Do it.
Grow a mustache for God's sakes. Yeah. And you know, the best part of this movie, honestly, is I could give two shits about this plot line. I really don't
Well,
care.
yeah, because it's kind of irrelevant. It's like it's sort of in the background, just driving the movie. But the best parts are these fucking funny sequences that
Right.
happen along the way.
you got fucking you got every comedic element that's here. You got the crazy dude, the oh God, I wish I could remember the names right now, and I can't.
Well, I can bring up IMDb real quick.
You could,
And-
but it'd be irrelevant to how I tell the story.
Sure.
But the the guy who's getting shot in the fucking jockstrap,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
the cup.
Mac.
Mac.
That's Mac.
Yeah, it's like, oh fuck. When we did this, we used blanks, you crazy sons of bitches. Just it was all these little comedic things, mustache rides, and
What's
The whole-
a mustache ride?
Well, the thing that I've always seen the most or heard the most quote wise from this before I ever saw it was the cat. The cat
Meow.
sequence. Yeah.
Meow.
Meow. How many times can you say meow? You know, because I worked with a guy at my last squadron. He would always say, right, meow. We need to do
Yeah.
this meow. So
yeah, and get the first time you should see Jim Gaffigan. I think honestly that was probably the first time I ever saw Jim Gaffigan, because when I saw Jim Gaffigan again and like in a comedy thing, I'm like, hey, that's the guy from Super Troopers. Which
That's
I'm
weird. You had that reaction, because I had almost the opposite reaction. I had, hey, there's that guy I've seen in other shit. Like, he's funny, but I don't know who the fuck he is.
I had
Like,
no
I
recollection of him.
recognized him, but I didn't know who he was.
I had no idea who he was, just some random person. And I saw like the comedy thing. I'm like, hey, that's fucking that guy from Super Troopers. Right, meow.
I mean,
What's funny, meow?
license and registration, chicken fucker.
Other things like when they the rookie steals the fucking Porsche, right?
Oh yeah.
oh God!
With
Any
the
other
fucking
time, I'd love to get in there and show you how to swing, but that car is stolen.
the music that's playing, that like the techno music.
Mhm.
I have that. It's on my playlist of workout music. And
Please send that to me.
oh, dude, I will totally.
Fuck
fucking-
yeah!
Yeah, because that was not anything like.
I
Yeah,
love that
real.
fucking.
Oh, dude,
Why don't
it's
you go
it's
sit on Uncle Rabbit's lap? It's not a good idea.
No,
Thorny.
no.
Oh god. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all those little subtle things that are happening. Linda Carter is in this fucking movie.
Yeah. Fun little cameo there.
Yeah, you don't give a shit about the drugs and the everything else. It's just I love all the fucking jokes, and all the jokes
Would you
hit.
please move that giant cotton candy? You son of a bitch!
I have to send this song real quick. You talk amongst yourselves, otherwise I'm gonna forget.
Well, probably my favorite part of the whole movie, after just this initial watch, was when we're getting towards the end and they've got this master plan to steal the fucking weed out of that Winnebago and like present it to the mayor and be like, look what we did. And their big fucking plan to distract the fucking local cops was to have the bear fucker. Like that was their big distraction was the guy fucking the bear. I'm
Excuse
like,
me.
where? Yeah.
Bear fucker. Do you need any help?
Oh, that whole sequence, I'm just like dying. I'm like, what the fuck?
I
Yeah.
love how they had like an old school boombox
Yeah.
playing the music of a bear in like heat.
Right.
You're like, what the fuck?
And the whole time he's just sitting there, just fucking. He had the makeup with the tooth missing, and
It's so silly. It's so absolutely silly, and it just you don't have to like if you're Jason right now and you've only seen it right now and you've only seen it once, you have to watch it again because
sure.
you're missing so much of it that when you watch it again you're gonna pick up like fucking another dozen lines.
oh, I'm sure.
I brought this movie up, my time frame, joining the Air Force when it came out, being deployed, but it was also one of those movies where the type of partying we did, if we didn't go to a club, because I was at Herbert Field Special, I was on the beach, all that fun shit.
We're very familiar with that area.
So if we weren't doing that, we were having a house party. And a house party would consist of music wherever the main environment would be. And then like the living room would have, somebody's HBO or Haji copies going. Because, DVDs and that was the shit back then. And that was one of those fucking movies that always seemed to play in the background of a fucking house party when I was in the military.
Yeah, I can picture that. I can picture like in oh fuck, what's the town that's right next to Fort Walton Beach? The
Navarre?
Navarre's you got
Destin?
Navarre in one direction, then you have right next to Hurlburt. It's like Mary something, right? Isn't it?
Mary Esther?
Mary Esther.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of the guy, the cheap seats are in Mary Esther, right? And then you
for sure.
start moving towards towards the bay and everything else. And I could see house parties fucking going nuts back there. God damn it. I don't know the name of it. So as I'm scrolling through this music, I'm like, fuck, is that it? Like it's
You're letting me down, dude.
I'm going to get it. Don't
like
you worry.
As excited as you were, like I thought you were gonna be like, bam, this is by the blue blam blam scam damn. Here you go, Seth.
Well, look, you've been watching me for 5 fucking years. You know damn well that I don't know fucking songs. I know tunes.
You barely know what's going on right now.
Factually correct. Talk amongst yourselves while I look for this fucking music.
Ursula, what the fuck? There's no TP in the bathroom. What about the pee stuck on your shoe?
What pee stuck on my shoe? If you were my wife.
Oh. Drop your coat and grab your toes. I'm going to show you where the wild goose goes.
Yeah.
Please, God, stop. I'm just a police officer.
I loved when Farva is trying to get in on the pranking of the new guy, brings in the coffee, and is like, "Oh, look, a bar of soap."
Oh no, not that one! Oh, got you, rookie biatch.
Yeah.
The fucking whole thing is soap.
Just want to fucking punch him square in the dick. God, so bad.
And I love too how they talk throughout the whole movie about how he had initially been suspended because of the incident with the kids in the bus,
right?
And then you finally get to see that in the credits. Yeah,
that's hysterical. They're like hanging on him and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking funny.
Yep.
Oh, where is it? Come
Are
on,
you
man.
Still dealing with that?
Yes, I need it.
Oh my god,
I need it. I want to just play it out loud but I don't want to deal with YouTube bullshit. You know what I mean? With the whole like how much of music can you play for before they get all fucking tweaked out?
I've always
I
heard,
don't know,
like,
but eventually they just boot you off and let you back on. So let's do it.
It's not that one.
No, no. What the fuck?
Nope, not that one.
oh,
I got lots of boots and pants music.
Oh my god, I'm so shocked and surprised by you right now.
Dude, come on, man. I have a very eclectic taste. Damn it.
Oh, this is the best.
I'm while you're doing that, I'm going through some of the. Oh, I love that one.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Come on, you know that. Come on, Brady, you know that one. Barbara Streisand.
Oh my
Come on.
fuck, man.
It's in this fucking. Nope. It's in this list.
Oh my god,
Nope.
we're just gonna keep.
Nope.
This is for
And
the
this is the rest of
audio
the show.
audience. You're like, yes.
Yep. Nope. Nope, it's not that one. That's actually a really good one. Damn it.
I'm so shocked by you right now.
Why?
Because
Again.
like this is a spectrum of the music. I didn't think you'd even like. I didn't think you'd put your big toe in and be like, "Oh, that's nice."
Dude, you got to work out to something.
Yeah, do you have
I
Barbie
guess.
Girl?
What are you trying to get? A cardiac arrest?
I don't know if it's on here in this list. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world.
Oh, when I was in high school, I think it was my freshman year. I went to Albuquerque. I went to El Dorado High School in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The dude from the main rock DJ place locked himself in because he wanted to fucking propose or get married on air and they wouldn't let him. So he locked himself in and played Barbie Girl until they fucking like arrested his ass and got him kicked out.
What the fuck?
He like totally sabotaged. I will find the headline and I will send it to you. I swear to God
my
that
God,
happened when I
that's-
was in high school.
That's
It just-
hilarious.
How many times did he play it?
That's all the fuck he played. He would play, talk about some bullshit, play it again, play it again, play it again, talk about some bullshit, play it again. He locked himself in the fucking studio and did it.
Dave, I think Lunar Girl's trying to get your attention
Why?
with this biddy body bid boo.
Found it. Who wants a mustache ride?
All right,
I do.
Don't get us copyrighted.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That's
it's
the
still
best,
playing.
dude. You should stop playing it though. I'm just trying to talk to you. Are you done? Are you done? Have you quit? Have you quit?
Yeah,
Stop.
it's
Stop.
done.
Okay.
It's done. But yeah, Lunar Girl's right. That's the name of it. But that's like the chase sequence when that thing is going on. So when I'm like driving and that comes on, it like in a random playlist or whatever, I start driving.
You just want to
really
start
fast.
blasting down the highway.
Like unfortunately, that's with a lot of boots and pants music. It's like, okay, if I need to maintain like some,
behind the scenes info about that scene, they had to pay like $1,500 plus because they fucked up the hood of that Porsche.
Really?
Oh, when they were making out on it?
Yeah, when they were making out on the hood of that Porsche, because that's not an engine in the front, it's a fucking trunk.
Right.
Porsche engines are in the back,
Right.
so it fucking dented it in and fucked that shit up.
See, if Porsches were that good, they should have been fucking be able to take a couple of Germans on the hood. I mean, really?
Calm down. Porsches are amazing.
I'm looking at some of the famous quotes from the movie, and I focused on one that I remember from last night watching it. What'd you find out at the weigh station? My cruiser weighs 16,000 kilograms. I remember getting a good chuckle out of that line.
Oh my god.
I love it when the dude's jerking. Was it the rookie? He's jerking off to the. No, it's
to
Matt.
the lips. The
No,
And
it's
he's
Matt.
trying to choke himself, and he's jerking off.
And then
And yeah, he's got the fucking radar gun, and he's like,
Yeah, he's got.
like every time he fucking yanks it, he like click, 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 click.
And he's like, "Oh, what the hell?"
And then when he gets back to the station, they're like talking about it. They're like, oh, the billboard, yeah,
yeah.
They all knew which one he was talking about.
Yeah. And they all understood, like, yeah, absolutely. That's
Yeah, but yeah, the fact that he pulled out the fucking the rope to like choke himself. Oh, it was fucking hilarious.
I have to appease the chat right now. Hang on.
Okay.
You didn't even appease me because you didn't send me the song.
All right, again, don't get us copyrighted.
Copyright! Stop!
Yeah. Fucking YouTube is stupid with that shit.
Yeah, but we've been booted in the past for shit like that. So.
No, here's the part I don't understand. You can't do that for 10, 15, 20 seconds on YouTube, but you get on TikTok for 3 fucking minutes, you can play a whole fucking song.
Oh, it's all inconsistent. And I think a lot of it is the copyright holder themselves. I think some are a lot more strict with it than others. Like
Star Wars don't give a fuck, dude. Like, you can play their whole track from any fucking Star Wars material, and you won't get copyrighted. They don't give a fuck.
I know when we did the holiday special, Dave and I sat there and watched the whole holiday special start to finish.
That's different. They're trying to erase that from existence.
Well, but they let us do it, except we got to notice that we were like banned in the UK because we used some of the fucking the movie's music, which, because it had some of the original score in the holiday special.
Right.
But it was like only in the fucking UK. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, just
fuck them and their queen.
I've read.
Wait,
I've read. Too soon.
Oh, you can't say that.
Bullshit. I can say whatever I want. Fuck the royal family.
Oh my goodness.
Except for Meghan Markle. I like her. She's hot.
We don't. I don't even want to get into that bullshit. But
I'd do her.
It's the I mean, that's not what we're here to talk about.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, my bad.
Sidebar.
No, the YouTube thing. I read through all their fucking bullshit, right? I read all the fine print. Mm-hmm. And allegedly, if you're doing a music review, then you can use the fucking music. Like the rules and the way they are they get spelled out for use, but they'll deny it first and make you put in a fucking claim.
Oh.
Right. So it's a classic like insurance scam, right? It's like, oh, we're gonna deny you immediately, even though we know that this is legit. We're gonna deny it first and make you put in a claim.
Your case.
Right. And then be like, oh yeah, no, you're good.
Whereas like probably 75% of the time nobody puts in a fucking claim.
Right.
Right. Where they just like, fuck it.
Yeah, it's really annoying. But whatever.
Super Troopers.
What else do you got about this is what happens when Jason doesn't have notes, people.
Yeah, this is your fault, Jason.
Oh, yeah. I'm perfectly fine with that. But
okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I fucking love the whole concept of the movie, right? Like, I love the fact that it's just this fucking frat boy mentality in this fucking police station. They've got their rivals with the fucking local police. They're just doing all kinds of crazy fucking shenanigans, like the hazing with the new guy, locking him in the fucking locker, like covering him in fucking shaving cream, and all just the fucking crazy bullshit. I love their captain. I love how even though he tries to like keep them, a little bit legit, he's kind of a fuck off himself.
Yeah.
And you know, he cuts loose like during certain times of the movie, or especially at the end when they're all fucking drunk and then they go try to make the bust.
When he's all drunk and he's fucking like going to go fight the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
and hitting fucking in the cruiser. He's fucking hitting the mailboxes and shit. It's just fucking great. Like, yeah, we're all fucking canned anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's a great sequence. I like the fist fighting. I like the again, not once have we talked about the plot of this thing.
Right, because again,
Mr. Galakanokis.
Yeah, because the plot's sort of irrelevant to the rest of what's going on because it's all just about getting us to the next comedic scene. Because you've got the fucking love story going on, which is whatever.
Afghanistan animation. Oh, it's Afghanistan animation.
Johnny Chimpo.
Right.
Yeah. Which that was actually pretty funny. And I love you just get like some random shit like the main guy Thorny. You get this weird backstory with him and his girlfriend, and then all of a sudden, like they're having this fucking 4-way with the Russian couple that they pulled over,
Yeah.
And then it's like, what was the fucking line when they roll in? It's like, all right, who wants a ride on the mustache or
Who
whatever?
wants a mustache ride?
Yeah.
Who wants mustache ride? I do.
I do.
It's just a fucking random thing just thrown in
there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's the plot is irrelevant. The comedy is really good, and I just love the whole concept overall. And again, I'm sure with subsequent viewings, I would appreciate it more and more. But unfortunately, only seen it once. I don't have all of the quotes on the tip of my tongue.
Right. And we could sit here just fucking quote through the entire fucking movie and just get copyrighted for quoting the movie in its entirety.
No.
Actually, no. Here, let's get the script, and we're just gonna. Well, we can do it. I have the script for Super Troopers 2. Would you?
Really?
I gotta pee. I can't hold it.
All right. While he's peeing, I'm gonna.
All right, go ahead, Brady.
Go ahead.
We'll keep talking.
Go ahead, pee.
He has been drinking a lot of beers.
I'm going to share screen, and I'm going to choose a Chrome tab. Nope. I'm going to share that. Haha. Why did it slide over like that? That's weird.
Well, it looked like you zoomed in.
Yeah, I tried. So this is the script for Super Troopers 2. Excuse me.
Now, was this a like a Kickstarter reward that you got?
Yeah. So I'll wait for. I'll get into it when Brady gets back. But I had one of the lower tier ones. My cousin Rick, he did a little bit higher tier. I forget what the extra stuff that he got was. If he's still in the chat, he can probably speak to it. But I got the script and where? No. Now that I've shared the screen, now how do I?
All right. Well, while you're figuring it out, I'm going to go through some more quotes that I found.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Come on. We're like the sons you never had. If you were my son, Mac, I would have smothered you by now.
Yes.
Smother me in gravy, you dirty old man. You big dirty man. I like the time where he's like, there was a time when we take a guy like you in back and beat you with a hose. Now you've got your goddamn unions. Captain, you know I'm not a pro-union guy. Yeah, it's like, despite the fact that it is a lot of just like toilet humor and stuff, there's some really, really smart dialogue in here.
Yeah.
Sprinkled throughout. So,
well, we probably, we didn't get too much into like the Broken Lizard like troop because they have a handful of other movies that they've done.
Oh,
yeah. Bring up Broken Lizard, like to see what movies they've done.
All right.
Oh my god!
Looks like they did a movie called Beer Fest.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fan-fucking-tastic.
It's a good movie.
Never seen that.
So good. You're
It's
missing
all the
out.
same guys.
Yeah, the Slammin' Salmon,
They did an island one, I think it was. That was great.
Club Dread.
Club Dread. Yes.
Yeah.
Highly underrated.
The Baby Makers. Is that Olivia Munn? Ooh,
I'd make her babies.
indeed. Something called Freeloaders.
I'd freeload her.
Still talking about Olivia Munn.
Oh, wait. Well, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like they had a decent amount of movies under their belt.
So now that Brady's back, so this is the script for Super Troopers 2. This was the Kickstarter program for the second movie that we wanted for so fucking long. Like we wanted these guys to make another movie with this cast of characters, because these other movies are funny, like Beer Fest and those other movies. They're funny, but they're not these characters. Like, that's one thing when you're watching the other movies, it's not the same guys playing this, like the same characters in different scripts. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
Yeah.
Like it's acting genius, you know? So we wanted to see Broken Lizard do fucking Super Troopers 2. So yeah, they had this Kickstarter campaign, and you know, I contributed to it just because I thought it'd be fucking cool. And I did like one of the baseline levels, and one of the things I got was a fucking digital copy of the script, which was pretty cool. My cousin Ricky got stickers, a badge, glasses, a t-shirt, and I think he got a digital copy of the script as well. But I'm trying to scroll inside the window here, not over here where the thing is actually being scrolled from.
Mm-hmm.
But Indiegogo was the thing, not Kickstarter.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So yeah, it was just really cool to, you know, kind of have, and it has a whole bunch of fucking pictures and shit. Yeah.
And just for reference too, it looks like in that initial fundraising campaign, they were looking to make $2 million to fund this movie, and
Right.
they got it in like at the very last minute of the window.
Yeah.
The 2 million. So,
And they made the money they needed to. So, yeah, good on them. So it's actually pretty cool. I think the moral of the story is, for something like this, is if you like what people are doing, like, Super Troopers is a huge movie. If you know, in comparison, right? It's made what, $70 million, right? By these guys, they've done the Beer Fest movie and all these other movies too. So, but it's still kind of an underground, more indie, this Broken Lizard troupe.
yeah.
So that you'd still have to go to a Kickstarter, Indiegogo, to still make another movie. So if you like that, if you like those guys, then you need to support them. You need to go in there and support those campaigns when they come up.
So I guess the big question is, how was the second one?
Not as funny. Brady?
I never gave it a chance.
No?
Yeah.
Like, did you ever see it?
Because it was, the thing is, like I told you in the beginning, I didn't like Super Troopers the first time I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like one of those shows, because I've seen some of the other stuff they've done, the Beer Fest and whatnot, to where I was like, I don't think they can capture it again. I don't want to ruin what I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, that's kind of how I am with a lot of sequels these days. I mean, I've talked about it for, you know, even the Star Wars stuff. You know, I kind of don't ruin this for me.
Right.
And I kind of was there with this movie as well, but I mean, it wasn't as funny, but it had its moments. It had its moments.
I see Frederick Martin brought up that they were involved with the Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, I know the guy who played the Who Wants a Mustache Ride. He was the director of Dukes of Hazzard.
That's right. Yeah.
And
Well,
they
he
had
directed
a
this, too.
small, yeah, he had a small bit they all had a small bit part in Dukes of Hazzard
So
Okay.
so
when they were
smart.
in the city.
Sure.
Yeah,
So
so small. Yeah.
But yeah, the
I heard that. Somebody hooting in the background somewhere.
Hell yeah! Now it's a party.
Well, now, so Brady, real quick too, while we're on the subject, because you mentioned that you.
whoa.
Yeah, throw that
fuck?
shit. Stab him.
Is she throwing potatoes at you? What's going on?
No,
It was a brick, I think.
no, it was.
A brick in a bag with a note.
Oh, it's my my shirt for Stop Soldier
Stop
Suicide.
soldiers. Stop the soldiers.
Stop Soldier Suicide. I like that, Dave.
suicide. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, this is the shirt for participating in my fundraising effort with the Stop Soldier Suicide. Very cool. Anyway, yeah, I highlighted my name here. This is
The people that backed it.
yeah, as
Sweet.
my little credit for the thing.
Awesome.
So
All right. So Brady, I wanted to ask you. You had mentioned, you didn't like it the first time. At what point did you come around to liking Super Troopers and liking it, as much as you do?
I guess in the process of being deployed, it was like I said, it was one of those ones that came on. You kind of had no choice, even if you were in there, maybe on your laptop or whatnot. You just start watching it, and over time, I saw the humor in it, and then all the quotable material when you're out there, especially as a maintainer.
Yeah,
You're
because you're
doing
all
something.
checking wise all day.
Yeah, exactly. So, it definitely wasn't the first time, but the repeated viewings of it that I was like, you're damn near forced to watch is when I was like, all right, this shit's fucking funny.
Okay. So it was forced on you basically, but eventually you came around. So
And I don't say it like that. It sounds so dirty when you say it like that. Like, I didn't like it, but then it was like, this shit is fucking great. It's really fucking funny. Like, I see, like, shame on me for missing all of this in the beginning because this movie's really fucking funny.
yeah.
well, it's situational too, right? You have to be in the right mindset.
Oh sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe the day I saw it the first time, I wasn't.
And it really, I can see that. I can see, like, I'm like that a lot with movies. I'm very, like, temperature sensitive to movies. It's like if I feel like, oh, I feel like I'm like watching a comedy, then something like this I could actually watch. But if I'm not in the mood, like, and something like this is on, I can't stand, like, even though I know parts of it are funny, I'm not the kind of person who would sit there and watch something and that's going to change my mood.
Yeah.
Right. So if I see something like that, I'm walking away from it and not giving it a chance. But like you said, through sheer fucking absorption and power of will as a maintainer, as you're sitting in the fucking bread truck and these lines are going back and forth, fucking not literal lines, not out of the ass cheeks of fucking
we weren't
hooker
allowed to do
lines.
that back in the day.
Yeah, no.
No, this is
Times have changed.
yeah, we're not going back that far in the Air Force.
Right.
Although,
yeah.
dude, I remember when my dad was in the military and I used to go with him and they'd be fucking smoking cigarettes in buildings with ashtrays on their desk. Like, that was a whole different military that I joined than what I joined.
Bro, this is like sidebarring, but there was a thing about Gen X I saw on, I think it was on TikTok or Instagram or Reel or whatever. And I was talking about this, like, the transition years, right? And it's the stuff we talk about all the time, right? We're in this technology transition with social media and everything else, like, as Gen Xers, especially because,
we've seen it
latchkey
all.
kids that were, like, kind of fending for themselves, and this is how we had to introduce ourselves to a lot of this shit. And so we taught ourselves how to fucking live with this stuff. And so all of our opinions are our own, right?
Yeah.
And we have this very unique ability to lose my fucking complete train of thought.
It happens though, because it's Dave.
You were going back to a reel you saw on TikTok or Instagram.
It was talking about Gen Xers and the fact that, damn,
Wow.
All right, here, maybe you can find it when I say this. I was bringing up to my older two kids. My son's 20. My daughter just turned 18. I brought up to the fact to them. I remember when they were little kids, you could go to a Denny's and there was a smoking section.
Oh, wow.
And my kids were those two were blown away by the fact I told them, I was like, back in those days, you could go into a restaurant and go to a certain section because me and their mom at the time smoked cigarettes. And I was like, you could go to a section within a fucking Applebee's and smoke cigarettes.
Yep.
I remember going to a Denny's, and the Denny's smoking section was like glassed off from the rest of the restaurant.
Mm-hmm. But it
Not
wasn't
a
that
door.
cut off. It was like a glass sheet.
Yeah,
but
that's
you could
all
still
it was.
walk around it.
There was no
and-
door. Yeah, it was just that like wall. But like
Right.
I remember explaining to my older two kids because they've grown up and they're like, I don't remember that at all. But like
Yeah.
I remember when it was nothing for your parents to smoke in the car, smoke at a restaurant, smoke in a business building that you were just walking through. Like times have fucking changed, man.
When I was working at Philly International, and we were cleaning airplanes, like you know how when the airplane comes to the gate and you're kind of waiting for the crew to come on and everything else before you get on there. One of the things we'd have to do is clean out ashtrays because you could still smoke on airplanes. This was in 1994, 95.
I come from a broken home, so like we traveled to and from certain places, and I remember those ashtrays still having like you could put your finger in them,
Right.
and
Oh,
you
yeah.
would get
And you
like
could
the
fucking play with them
soot
and
from
shit.
the ashes.
Yep. Yeah,
Even though they like vacuumed it out and cleaned it out, like
dude,
put
you
your
can't.
finger in there and it was gross.
You never got those things clean enough. I mean,
No,
you
for
you
sure.
could pop the whole thing out and you just basically you dump it and you put it back because you have a couple hundred fucking seats that you had to clean, and most of the time you're fucking picking gum out of those fucking things anyway. That's one of the things.
You would
so
just
glad
go
they
to
couldn't get rid of
places
it.
where they like have a waiting room and they would have like ashtrays. That was like it didn't blow your mind to see, and I remember when you got to the point where you didn't see the ashtray.
We made ashtrays in school. Remember that?
Yeah,
shit?
dude, I remember that.
You'd be in ceramics, fucking whatever, and you'd be making ashtrays.
I probably was one of the last, because I know I'm younger than you guys. I was probably one of the last group of kids that made ashtrays at school.
I would hope so. I would hope you were one
Yeah.
of the last.
It's interesting to see how, as Gen Xers, as we're straddling these changes and how everyone's dealing with it, and we're look at how our responses are to Twitter, like these movies that we watch and we're fucking laughing our tits off about, and the difference between who's on Instagram looking at our stuff and then who's on Twitter. Like I think Twitter is much more probably in our age bracket, in this like late 30s, early 40s, or older, some of us, into that bracket. Those are the people that are on Twitter answering
Luna
these
Girl.
polls.
Luna Girl says, hell, teachers had a smoking room in the school. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Well, that was just so they could get away from all the shithead kids and be like, I can't fucking stand.
Yeah,
those
but no,
fucking
there
kids.
was. I remember there was like the teacher only room, and there was like
teacher's lounge.
There was a teacher's lounge, but there was also like a smoking area for teachers. Like I remember that.
Yeah.
So
Pepperidge
was that
Farm
the whole,
remembers.
Was that the point you were trying to make, Dave?
Nope.
Okay, so you just completely lost it.
It's gone.
Okay. Anything having to
But,
do with
we
Super
got to
Troopers?
some important stuff though.
Well, yeah. No, we had to cover these things. But anything else on Super Troopers before we close this out, gentlemen? Since you two are more well versed in it, I will say again, as a first time viewer, very enjoyable. I'm looking forward to watching it again. But
I want to say, as a military veteran, I am so surprised that this didn't become one of those movies that you, Jason Roscom, know about.
yeah, well, I mean, again, I knew about it, and I would hear some people kind of quoting it and stuff. But I guess the different like groups of people that I ran with, they just wanted to watch different shit. They wanted to watch the South Parks and the fucking like I said,
But
Boondock
that's the
Saints
part.
and-
That's the part where everything I've learned from you since probably episode 2 or 3, being a part of this lovely podcast,
Mhm.
to where I'm like, wow, yesterday was the first time you ever watched this movie. Like, I'm blown away by that.
Yeah, and really, it was all because of you, because you wanted to watch this movie with us and cover it on the show with us. So
Fuck yeah, dude, it's sweet.
And he
It's
ha-
fucking sweet.
and then he hasn't seen Joe Dirt.
no,
Yeah,
no.
I'm not too thrilled about that.
All right, I
Like,
have my reasons.
like you're growing a sexy beard, but I'm still kind of pissed off about the no Joe Dirt thing.
All right, that's understandable. I'll have to find a way to get your forgiveness.
Oh, you know how you can do that. I need a Jason Roscom OnlyFans.
There we go. Sell beard pictures.
Didn't we talk
Oh
about that?
shit!
Didn't we talk about having a podcast OnlyFans?
So I almost kind of wanted to do it as a joke because remember, this is
I'll
about a
be a
year
part
ago
of it.
now. Well, a year ago, OnlyFans was like, we're getting rid of all pornographic content. No more porn. We're just doing it for like
And then
legit
oh
content
wait, we don't
creators.
get paid now.
Yeah, and then they think, oh, we're gonna lose all of our money. Never mind.
Yep.
So when they made that announcement, that's when I thought, oh, Dave, maybe we should make an OnlyFans because this was before we restarted our Patreon as
Right.
kind of a way to be like, all right, you guys want to go legit? We'll do like something on there.
I got an idea
All right, what you
right
got?
here today. Let's make the ATSW men's calendar. I'm calling July.
that,
July's for me.
well, I got December then.
Yes,
Oh my God, that would be fucking hilarious.
that would
Like
be
we all contribute one picture. We can make it
One-
whatever we want.
Yes.
It could be us like sexy going, ooh, or, you know,
yes.
or we could like get in like full military uniform or whatever. we
Yeah,
want.
just it's
God.
Dave fucking
the
sitting there
AT,
saluting.
the ATSW family calendar.
Oh,
This
that's
is
such a
brilliant.
great idea.
There's got to be somewhere we can have one of these made, or multiple of these made.
Oh yeah, and you know
Yeah.
what? It's 2022. It's probably cheap to get done too.
It's not expensive.
Well, what
Yeah.
we would need to do is we need to do it for 23.
Yeah, for
we got
2023, I'm in.
You
I
have to
want
be-
July.
Ooh.
You'd have to get this, like, if you really wanted to do this.
Like, ASAP.
Let's do
ha-
it. I'm so down for this.
Tina
You ha-
would buy that calendar, so we've already sold one. So
We sold one. It's worth it right now.
Yep.
I will look into it
Oh my God, this
because
could
as
be
I-
fun.
I've actually looked at selling calendars for some of my.
I want to
picture
see
stuff,
Dave
so-
like he's in the driveway washing a car with pasty.
I was thinking like I could be in like a bathing suit and train my dog to like grab like the back of my underwear and like pull it halfway down my ass, going ooh.
Like copper tone.
Yeah.
It has to be men only, though. Has to be
Yeah.
men
Yes.
only.
No ladies.
No
only
ladies.
Gentlemen.
Yeah,
Only.
Just the men of the Sidebar Cantina family. We got
Yeah.
a big Swede in there.
I can see like
Uh,
Scott buy like an Arizona like cactus.
oh, there. Yeah, Scott take an outdoor picture somewhere in Arizona. We got to get Big Swede like, oh, Big Swede can pose with his guitar wearing nothing else.
Yeah,
but his
like we're
guitar
covering
his
the
junk.
nether regions.
It's
love
doing
it.
this like the Sports Illustrated fucking. Oh my god.
Yeah, but he's wearing tube socks with 2 different colors.
The Jensen brothers would have to wear like multiple layers of clothes because I think that's against their religion or something. Like
Yes!
nudity.
This is the great. Like they're wearing like a whole ski outfit.
Yeah.
This is the best. You guys are gonna make so much money on this.
This is us. It's a collective thing.
It's the
all of us.
ATSW. Fuck it. I love it. We'll
All
send
right.
it to like Abused Men of the World charity.
See, nobody gives a
Tina's
fuck
gonna
about
hang
male
that
rape.
shit on her wall.
See, when a male
You
gets
need one
raped,
for
you
the
just got to get up
office,
and walk
Tina.
that shit off.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
got raped. Caught me slipping.
Yep.
So we can be the male
Caught me
rape support.
slipping.
Okay,
Oh,
he needs
shit.
context.
He must have missed the beginning of the conversation. I don't know.
We're
go-
making a sexy calendar for
Yeah.
the men of ATSW.
Yep. Only the
Yep.
men.
Only the men.
And whatever your definition of sexy is. For Bronco Fett, it
We're-
could just be him in the Bronco Fett outfit.
But
Good.
see, I
Actually,
don't think it
wouldn't be a
should be
bad
just
thing.
Bronco Fett. I think it should be the brothers Fett.
Okay.
Sure.
Like it's the only month where we have two gentlemen.
All right, listen. If this is legitimately going to happen, all
It has
It's
to
so
happen
funny how
now.
this is all just coming together right now.
It
live on the
has to
show.
happen now.
right, if this is going to happen, all right, I'm going to need all the pictures probably no later than 15 October.
Okay.
Oh my God! You see what Bronco Fett just said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a pic of Orange Jacket guy on a mechanical bull.
All right.
That's
he
a
nude?
win right there.
Let's hope not. But the ladies might still come flocking. So
It has all right. So I need the pictures by 15 October. There can be no genitalia showing.
naturally.
I swear to God.
Do you think you can get out of the
If I get a dick
ATSW
pic from
family?
any one of you, I will
Out of the
hunt you down.
ATSW family, I think you can get 12 pictures.
Oh my God. Yeah. And a couple of us can double up if we have to.
I will.
Yeah.
I know I got Don's vote. I'll superimpose DB to be in this shit.
So smooth.
You've got
Oh yeah, indeed.
you could do a powdered sugar remake from
Oh.
the movie.
Oh my God.
Oh, that would be fucking hilarious. How would you get that much powdered sugar though? That's a question.
You just buy it, man.
Yeah.
Dave is
baby
gonna
powder.
be so pissed when one random weekday he's gonna get a picture of me and nothing but a bucket and a lightsaber.
I swear to God, if I see your dick, Brady,
You're not gonna see my dick, but you're gonna wish you did.
I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna fucking castrate you.
Oh,
I love the direction that this episode has taken.
this is great. I'm
is,
buying 3 calendars at least.
Oh my God. I'll keep one up at work. Oh, good shit.
All right.
So we're gonna put a pin in the ATSW calendar.
Bullshit,
we'll see-
that
we'll
shit's
see.
happening.
We'll see how many people want in. We'll get Dave the pictures by the 15th. And,
15 October, I think, is the latest that
Can
we
you,
can
I
do
just
it.
see Dave like with like the old like jeweler's fucking monocle, like looking at pictures.
All right, I don't see any dicks.
I
don't
don't
see
know
one.
dicks here. This one will make the cut.
I
I call this a January pick.
I have an iPod, or I have an iPad Pro and a fucking.
Yeah, you're gonna make this shit professional indeed, my friend.
Mhm.
Oh God.
Yeah. Tina brings
Bless
up a good
America.
question. What is the rule on butt cheeks? Because this may
Yeah,
affect
because
the
I
way
got
take a
assless
picture.
I
chaps, and
I
I'm doing like a
s-
Kylo Ren assless chaps.
Okay, so first I have to. It has to get printed somewhere.
Sure.
That's
Right?
on
Oh,
you, bro.
I can't wait to see Dave go in with all these pictures.
Dave going
One
to
calendar,
Kinko's?
please. With the assless chaps, Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
Why is Kylo Ren blonde?
Show me again, grandfather, the power of the assless chaps.
no genitalia.
Do ass cheeks count as genitalia? That's the question.
I don't.
We all
How about
send
just like
Dave
the
the bat
lowest?
wing.
How about the lowest point of the ball sack? Just the
No.
lowest point.
No.
Just the little.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Just a curly Q.
No.
What about
Like I said.
pubes? Can we show pubes?
No.
Oh, I want the
But-
fuzzies involved.
But
No.
no, no dick, just pube.
No.
Like
No,
a
'cause
low
you'll
cut,
talk.
like a
You'll
low
talk.
bikini.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know it.
you
You know
mother-
I'll be going some Silence of the Lambs shit.
Some of you motherfuckers will talk, and it'll just be.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
me.
No.
Oh shit!
Goodbye, horse.
Tuck it and take the picture from behind.
So, I think I can get my knife sharpened by the 15th of October. So I will castrate you bitches if you fucking send me a picture of your dick.
I'm not gonna send you a picture of my dick, but I'm about to send you so many pictures. You're gonna be like, "This is a bad idea."
He has the worst case of hemorrhoids I have ever seen.
Jesus,
Send your pictures to
looks like a grocery store parking lot. Look at all that.
send your pictures to
Bronco Fett's asking, what's the line between chest hair and pubes? Yeah, what about stomach and belly button?
If it all connects, there is no line.
between frump, like where's the frump line end?
Oh shit! Tina said treasure trails are acceptable.
All right, and she is our first customer, so
Jesus Christ. He has blue and orange chaps.
this is the greatest night ever. Oh, this is the best.
God help us all. Send the pictures to. Hang on, I gotta get the email addresses.
Oh my god.
What's our email address? Is it
Send
Sidebar
them to
Cantina?
the Instagram account.
The Sidebar
don't-
Cantina.
The Sidebar Cantina at gmail.com.
You're gonna regret that.
I am. Well, that's why it's going to the Sidebar Cantina, not to anything that's going to go directly to my fucking phone.
Dude, when I was deployed one year, my fucking flight chief was he was a huge Green Bay Packers fan. So flight chief, when you're deployed, has his own office. He had a Green Bay Packers flag. My buddy got down to his fucking boxers and wrapped himself in the flag and took sexy pictures all over his desk. I took all the pictures for him. It was fantastic. And then we convinced
beautiful.
during the daily meeting with the flight crew and everything, they showed said pictures during.
Nice.
It was awesome.
That's hey, what happens in the desert stays in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I got the pictures. I'll show them to you one day.
All right, so I'm just gonna assume that we're done talking Super Troopers.
Fair
Are
enough.
we?
Safe. It's a safe assumption.
All right, next week we are talking about Rogue One. We are finally doing our look back at Rogue One as we're getting ready for Andor. So Dave and I are going to take a look back, 6 years later, because it came out in 2016, right? Yeah, a 6-year retrospective of Rogue One as we're preparing for Andor. So
I'm kind of bitter. I'd like to be a part of that too, but I understand you guys have your own show. It's a 2-man show. It's Dave and Jason. It's the Dave and Jason show. Fuck everybody else. I understand. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
No. I said that with the utmost respect. I'm just saying, like when me and Don talk about like what we're gonna do, I'm always of anybody and everybody. I'm always cognizant of what you've said in the show. Whether you've said, "Hey, we're gonna talk about this. We like this idea." I'm like, "No, David Jason said it. We can't do it, buddy." So I give you guys your just dues. I'm not gonna let dicks get stepped on.
Well, we appreciate that, but at the same time,
indeed.
I don't think we'd be too upset if there was ever any,
Well, that's why I had to make myself available for this show.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, and we love the fact that you were able to come on, and now this whole calendar idea has taken on a life of its own.
Well, it's gonna fucking happen, and the Star Wars community is gonna be very upset.
Probably.
Oh, that should be the caveat. There has to be some Star Wars connection in the picture.
Okay.
Even if it's just holding a Star Wars like figure.
Yeah.
I love it. Because I'm going to get so
Over your
creative
dick.
with that idea.
Oh, I'll put a Black Series figure right over my.
That's what I was thinking, like hanging from your bundies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, I've got the
Like
Slave
Luke
Leia
Skywalker
Black
when he's
Series.
missing his hand, he's just hanging there from your. Never mind.
If you take the slave Leia out of the box just to fucking put
No,
it near
with
your
the
dick,
box, like the whole box. You know, I would need the whole box to cover everything up.
Oh my God! I mean, it's
but-
not really that big.
You would know, wouldn't you?
Well,
It was a long weekend when you guys came down.
this is true.
Who wants the first ride on the mustache?
I needed gas money to get home.
Who
Don't
wants
judge
a
me.
mustache ride?
Who
Sorry.
wants a mustache ride? I do. I do.
I do. So smooth.
So smooth.
So smooth.
All right. Do we have any more Red 5 stuff to talk?
Yeah, I got all kinds of
All
Red 5
kinds of
stuff.
stuff.
Penis so smooth.
While I'm doing Red 5 stuff, Penn State, don't you have an announcement to make about last week's podcast?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, right,
Not
right.
me.
Yes. So I'm going to read the Red 5 stuff, and then we'll save that for the end.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
All right.
Chug
So
that beer, Brady.
I'm going to do this in announcer guy voice. God, I really wish
Yes.
I need my Casey Kasem fucking worked out. But
Well, work it out before you get.
In 2022, and that's it.
the 2022 the 2022 Parsec Fan Awards are still accepting nominations. They are looking for your favorites in science fiction, fantasy, and adventure that have been released from August 1st, 2021 through July 1st, 2022. Check out our socials for the pick Luna Girl posted for the categories and where to email your choices. Or better yet, shoot her a DM. Categories include Best Movie, Best New Video, Game, Best Toy Collectible, Best Animated Series or Short, and more. The Parsec Fan Awards are be creating... this...
Come on, we don't have a lot of time, Jimmy.
the Parsec...
Christ.
That would... Oh, God, how long would that take if I did it like that?
We're taking it to the Come on, we don't have a lot of time, Jimmy.
The Parsec Fan Awards
The
will
video
be...
sandwich. The video stockyard. Where's that, Jimmy?
The Parsec Fan Awards will be creating voting ballots based on your nominations in the coming weeks. So do all the things I just said. After our show at 2000, which was 20 minutes ago, after the weekend is celebrating their 1-year anniversary, pop over and say hi. At 2200, WSTR Media will be conducting an imperial inspection of Saw Gerrera.
Fuck him.
Go support our Red 5 family.
I hate that fucking character.
The Red 5 Network has 39
I'm 37?
plus 2 and a gaming branch.
Whoa!
Whoa. Browse through bio.link/red5 and bio.link/red5gaming. That's bio.link/red5 and bio.link/red5 gaming. Check out the daily promos or shoot Lunar Girl a DM on any of our socials. She can suggest something that you'll absolutely love that is perfect for you. The Use and Abuse Pod will review the 1989 movie Lean on Me. When you're not strong,
I know somebody was going to break into song as soon as you said that.
I help you carry on.
Like, you can't talk about that movie without breaking into song.
I'm
Lean
up
on
and
me.
down. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Tomorrow at 1700 Eastern Daylight Time, join Scott and Kim in their live chat and YouTube and enjoy. That's tomorrow, Tuesday at 1700. Guess what? Football is back, baby, and so is the booth in the back. Join Don
Aw,
Delashnooch, Brady Big Lovin, that guy,
Hell yeah!
and Lunar Girl this Wednesday at 1730. Why does it look weird? Oh.
Because it's not our normal 7:05 that you're thinking of
I guess
with our
not.
normal show.
This Wednesday at 1730, live exclusively in the Sidebar Cantina group on Facebook. They will be reviewing the week 1 matchups of our fantasy league, and we'll let you know the winners and big losers of the week, as well as revealing some incriminating evidence of a certain sidebar host who has lost a bet.
I don't
Grab
buy
a
it.
grab a beer, take off your pants, and don't miss the show. Before I forget, we do have the Sidebar Cantina Facebook group is something that you all can be a part of if you're listening to this, and I don't think we promote it very often as
Not
part
these
of our
days,
deal.
no. Yeah.
But we just had a new person in the Sidebar Cantina Facebook group. His name is Zach something.
Morris?
Started with a D, right?
I don't remember.
It did.
I apologize. His first name was Zach. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the big show.
Hell yeah.
So you'll have the benefit of being able to watch a booth in the back. And if you too wanted to gain that benefit, then you should find the Sidebar Cantina Facebook group, answer the questions about the show, and you too can be a part of that group if we find you worthy.
Yeah.
Wednesday is also finally the return of the ATSW, the Escape Pod.
Tell your friends.
Guess who their special guests are? It's us. Tune in at 19:05 Eastern for all the shenanigans of Don Della Snooch, Brady Big Lovin, Dragon Buddy, Jason Roscom, and me. She actually wrote "and me," so I could read it like that. Isn't that nice?
Hell yeah.
Layman's Terms has been on vacation, but be sure to subscribe, ding that bell, and select all to receive notifications for your source of ignorance and drunken banter. The Orange and Fett Show released episode 48, season 2 opener, Habanero Pizza Sports, remembering Queen Elizabeth II last week. Subscribe to them on Spotify and be notified of upcoming releases. So Lunar Girl talked to Swede Studios.
Did she though?
Hang on, I got to figure out how I'm going to say this. All right. For some reason. So, Lunar Girl talked to Swede Studios. He finally has a singer to compete their awesome song. And he already working on another song with his old Losers Club. So glue yourself to his updates at Swede Studios on Discord and Instagram. And subscribe to Swede Studios on YouTube. Lunar Girl is not lying. I don't know why that voice. That.
You almost sounded like you were trying to do a Trump voice.
No, it was more like a Valley Girl thing. I think it's because of
Yeah.
the way the end was in there. But in order to shut up J-Lo, I have been made privy to some backstage fucking tapes of what's going on in Swede Studios right now. I could tell you it's going to be great. I told J-Lo, and so she's going to lay off of the Swede for now until the stuff releases. So go subscribe to Swede Studios on YouTube. Shit's happening.
Well, and I think Swede and J-Lo need to eventually collaborate in the future.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
And they should do it. Speaking of Lunar Girl, she will be making the Red 5 rounds this week, like she does. She'll be participating in Wednesday's Mario Kart competition on Red 5 Gaming. We'll be discussing, I don't know why I'm making numbers with my hands. She'll be participating. Let's do this with Valley Girl. She'll be participating in Wednesday's Mario Kart competition at Red 5 Gaming, and we'll be discussing the Rings of Power on the Science Fictionary. She's tentatively playing Dungeons and Dragons at the Red 5 Tavern, and we'll be guesting on Dork Wars to chat up some Harry Potter. Check out the daily live stream promos, show her some love, and hit up those live chats. You can find us at bio.links/the Sidebar Cantina, where you will find our links to YouTube, audio, Patreon, and our latest Spotify music mixtape, and all social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Discord, and TikTok. Also in our bio link is our TeePublic merch shop, which I really need to look at that.
Yeah, you should.
We have T-shirts and hoodies in a wide variety of designs, sizes, and colors. Allegedly, there are sidebar canteen, face masks, tote bags, phone cases, exclusive stickers and pins. Just about anything you can imagine. Please tag us with your merch so Luna Girl can share it on the socials. Reviews. Jason didn't look up to see if we had any reviews.
I'm
You
sorry
know-
right now.
So this is totally going to be said like this. So deal with it. Please write us a 5-star review on Apple. It's been a while. So big sigh, sad face.
Nothing new.
Don't have an Apple account? Loser. Our Facebook page has a review feature too. So just screenshot your review before you hit done and DM us the pic on Instagram or Twitter. Tell us what you love or even hate about the show. Jennifer Lopez or Hank or Edith or whoever, somebody fun will read your review word for word on your next episode. Our next episode. Whatever. Plus, Luna Girl will send you some swag. I'm done. Totally done with this.
All right. So you alluded to something else that we had regarding last week's episode, the music of
94.
94.
So Kristen took she wrote down how many times we said the words 94.
94. No, not only like this was we fucked up Royal last week by forgetting that she was keeping track of how many times we said 94.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she had 2 categories, one where we hit the button and one where it was us saying 94. So for the times that we hit
What
the
is
button,
happening with Brady? Brady, what are you doing?
he's like puking over there or something, or he's like
No,
hitting
I
a
was
bong.
yawning.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
a hell of a racket.
we hit the button 31 times, so
94.
31 times.
94.
And then we said 94 between the two of us 65 times for a total of 96 94s.
God damn it.
So we were
Wait.
2 over.
Almost.
Almost. I'm quite frankly, I'm surprised we only said it that many times.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like
Well, we were actually really getting into the topic too, though. You know, we were really
that's
like rolling with the.
Is that an excuse? I mean, really? Like,
Ah.
should we have been getting into the topic? Like, you know, we had a show to do or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Speaking
either
of
way,
show to do, my headphones are about to die.
that's fine. We were just about to close it up. And Brady, thank you so much for coming on. This was a hell of a lot of
Yes!
fun. We'll see you on Wednesday. And yeah, we got to continue this calendar discussion later this week. Dear God, what am I looking at?
Hello.
I fucking love that guy.
Hello.
So, all right. Thanks again, Brady. Everybody check out the Escape Pod on Wednesdays. They're back, baby.
7:05, bitches.
Yes.
Eastern.
Always 7:05.
Always.
Yep.
Yes.
And yeah, I guess for the rest of you folks, we'll see you next week when we're talking about Rogue One, getting ready for some Andor, and it's gonna be a fall of Star Wars. I think a lot of Star Wars coming up this fall.
Yeah, baby.
So, that being said, thanks again, everybody. No after show this evening, and we will catch you all next time.
Later, bitches.
And until next time, everybody, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Because fuck us. Hard.
Okay, now what do I click?
All right, that's that. Ending the broadcast. And Brady's gone. See you guys.
See ya.